Hey everyone, it's Ryan Raventhal back here. Now I'm really excited about this episode. I've been working on it for 3 months, and as you know, I'm really into Green Jello, and I've been interviewing a lot of the band members over the last year, and more to come. But this episode I've been working on for 3 months, and so the new Green Jello album, Garbage Band Kids, which I have right here on vinyl, that came out in June, on June 11th of this year, 2021. And so at first I was just going to come on here and do a review of the album, and we were just going to talk about the album. But then we thought, you know what, we should just get a bunch of the band members who actually worked on the album and made and recorded the songs, wrote and recorded the songs, and have them come on here and talk about making the songs, and even the people who did the artwork and the design of the album and everything. Just have them all come on here and talk about their part of making the album. And so instead of just having me and another person talk about our opinions on the album, why not get people that made the album come on here and discuss it as well? So that's what we did. That's what's been taking 3 months. Try to get as much as I can, as much people involved as I can. And so it started with a big interview with about 15 band members, and Green Jello has a lot of band members. It's the world's largest band, Guinness World Record holder. Look it up. Yeah, so the initial big chat was back on June 11th, the release day. So we had about 15, I want to say around 15 band members, all in a big group Zoom meeting, talking about their parts. We got most people then. And then over the last 3 months, I've been doing little interviews, which you'll see inserted once that particular song comes up. You'll see a separate interview edited in when I have that band member or band members talking about that song, because that was their contribution to the album, the song that they wrote and created. So yeah, so that's how it's put together. Now, we didn't get everybody for everything. Like the record I just held up, they have there's less songs on that album, where there's a full 4 more songs on the CD version of the album right here. There's 4 more songs on it, so that's 4 more songs on the CD version and all the digital streaming versions. So we'll get into that. We go song by song. We talk about the artwork and everything first, and then go song by song. So as I said, we didn't get everybody for every single song. I tried my best, but everyone wasn't available. So, but I got a lot more people than I expected, a lot more band members than I expected to be involved. And so I'm really happy the way it turned out here, and I hope you enjoy it. And now if you're listening to this, it's a lot better to watch it on the YouTube version too, is there's a lot of visuals, and of course you can see everybody and some of the band members in costume too when I interview them. So yeah. So anyways, I'm going to get right to the point here and stop babbling on. We're going to get right into it, and it's going to start with the group chat, and we're going to get right into the album review. And so here it is, the Ryan Raventhal Show Garbage Band Kids review. I hope you all enjoy. All right, welcome to the show, everybody. So what we're going to do first, I guess, I'm just going to put it on the speaker view and have everyone just go around and introduce yourselves. All right.
Yeah, introduce that rhino, psycho.
That's my rhino. My I invent the stacks. Oh yeah, rock and roll. This is my playgirl here.
That's this assault repping right there.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
This party sucks.
Yeah. It's got the farts.
Derek, you go next. Fuck.
Now you don't have nothing to do with yourself.
Well, hi, I'm Derek Nelson, aka Eddie Vangello, aka the Greasy Avenger, aka fuck you.
That's my home.
I am the sexiest juggalo. I am Johnny P. And that's just me. I got a small pee-pee. I drink my pee. I'm gross. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Rob. Hi, art director supreme,
Woo!
Lucky Scump third. Yeah,
You beat stuff, don't you?
Yeah, you eat stuff and beat stuff.
He beats and eats the beating meat.
Oh, what a life.
The Canadian skin slapper, followed with the maple syrup licks.
Slapping them pots and pans.
Let us across the border so we can do our thing.
I did the drums on SpongeBob, the drums on the dentist song. I did the sample voice on what is it?
Punk rock
Punk rock. Thank you. Yes.
Hey, I'm that cousin that showed up and they can't get rid of me. Hi.
Hi.
You can't. I'm Lazy D. I'm the guy that orders all the drink tickets for the band, and then I just use them all.
Did you
Is
do
that
something
good?
on
Is that a good intro?
Pretty
Did
damn
you-
honest.
You mean he didn't do anything on the album?
No.
Wait a minute. I used it as a beer coaster earlier.
The beast from the east, Raw D. I guess they call me Arthur or Dane.
AKA
It's
Jimmy Buffett.
Dwayne. It's Dwayne. It's Dwayne.
Don't
It's
no
wait.
Dwayne,
W
not
in there.
Dane. Everybody knows that.
Come on, Psycho. There's no W in there.
Hello, I'm Doug, and I'm an alcoholic.
Hi,
Hi,
Doug.
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 AKA Doug Hell. I wrote Back Alley Dentist with Rob and Derek. And hi.
Hi.
The Youngblood, aka Fred Deadstone, aka Brian Reynolds. I don't know what I did on the album. I think I played cowbell.
No, you did not play the cowbell. You sang backup on the Ballad, Green Jellå.
Oh yeah, and then I also played the skin flute, bonophone, man organ, and butt trumpet.
Yep. He's the guy that's gonna make Lazy D a fucking ska band right there. He's gonna play
Oh,
ska
yeah.
and butt
I
trumpet.
usually play bass in the band, but they didn't want me to do that on the album.
You weren't available that weekend. Ray
I don't-
did it.
I heard they
think
had
he wanted
a
lot of us
really
on the
fucking
album, to
awesome
be
bass
quite
player.
honest.
And anytime you hear this on the album, it was me.
That's your foreskin.
Yes.
Nathan would have played bass on our song, but he didn't want to drive to Palmdale again.
What's Palmdale?
He was already Palmdale, and you heard him going. You heard it.
What's up? Kevin Crimson here. Play drums, and I got to work on the little bit of the A&R side with this album, which is cool. I didn't record on the album, but I talked to Ryan, and he invited me along. So I thank you guys for having me and help me, including me. I've listened to the album a ton. It's fucking awesome. And I got to talk with Patrick from Lewis Idol, and then he had a connection with Cleopatra, and I got him hooked up with Bill, and I'm so glad that it finally came out. It's amazing. It's really cool to see.
Kevin is he's just being modest. He's the one that got us a record deal.
Straight up. I would like to add that he is a badass East Coast drummer.
Right.
Ooh-wee.
Thank you, Lazy. It's good to be here. It's an honor. Love you guys.
I love you. We're gonna jam soon.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Yeah.
He just did some drums for me.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yep.
Sweet.
Put it away, Psycho.
Yeah, but straight up, like what he was saying and what everybody was saying, like Kevin right there is the reason this shit got put on Cleopatra, like straight up.
Absolutely.
That's huge.
Would
A
have
lot
never
of people
happened
need to
without him.
recognize that for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because he was playing drums for Lewis Idol and shit, and yeah, and it went from there.
Big props, Kev.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, dude, it's like we're all in this together. I feel this is all, you know, it's awesome.
All this together.
The fucking, the album's great, man.
And what Stephen Watson's here too.
Who's Stephen Watson?
What?
So I wrote and recorded Hey Hey Hey, actually here in the home studio and over here in Pennsylvania. About all I got.
Pennsylvania.
Yep. Hey 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 was one of those like old school tracks that got recorded like a while ago, right? Or am I mistaken?
Around November, December 2019.
Okay, no, then I'm.
I
thinking-
wrote it to sound like the old stuff, but
Yeah, but because there's a lot of garbage band or songs that were meant for garbage band kids
Oh,
got recorded like a long time ago, and some of them made it and some of them didn't make it. So I didn't know if
No.
you had one of those old school ones.
no, just randomly threw it together November, December that year. Worked
Nice.
with Bill for a couple months, and yeah. I know a couple of you guys from meeting you in person. You probably don't remember me, but I know Kevin. I think we're in the same area. So
So let's talk about the artwork here too. I know I think Rob left because he wants the room doesn't have direction right now, so he's going to join us in a bit probably. But so
That's is Johnny P
try
still
to
in here?
keep everything going.
Yeah, I'm on here.
Yeah. Why
I
don't
can tell you all about the album artwork.
Yeah, start with
Exactly.
that.
So
'cause
here
you
we
did all
go.
that
There's the
concept.
album
You did all
cover,
that
and of
concept shit.
course, the CD has the alternate
Yep.
album
Yep,
work too,
so
which
what-
is actually Johnny P's version right there.
Yep.
For the CD,
Yep.
it's on the other alternate side of the CD version. That's Johnny P's work right there.
So sexy.
Yeah. So what originally
see
happened with yeah, what happened with that is Bill and I were designing the cover, and then we got it all designed out and added some pieces to it, and then Bill found Floydman Summer, and he actually did Garbage Pail Kids cards, and so he took the design that Bill and I came up with and made it more like the Topps trading cards. And the design that I was going for the alternate cover was more the classic Green Jellå cartoon style. But you know, there are, I don't know, like 30 different artists on the album. So the back trading cards are all done by different people. I personally did the CD itself and a couple of the trading cards. But yeah, the whole piece is just like 20, 30 people all doing little bits. Maddie Meek, Matt Metzler, me, a bunch of people did artwork, but the cover itself was designed by Bill and I, and then Floydman came in and turned it into a Garbage Pail Kids vibe, which he did a wonderful, beautiful job.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, of course, all the cards in the back.
Yep.
Of the LP version, and of course, more of them on the back of the CD version. 17 songs as opposed to 13. When they're all
Brian,
inside
didn't
of the
you-
booklet.
Ryan, didn't you help out with some of the artwork that's in the sleeve of the vinyl?
I have no actual artwork on the album, but I mean, back in January of last year, I did like a cereal box drawing called the Marshmallow Puppet Crunch, which Bill liked, and Bill told me in October last year, he showed me some of the artwork, which is for the the different food items, I guess you're called, for the Pukebox cube, and I guess my drawing inspired the Frosted Freaks and the marshmallows.
Marshmallows. Hell
That's
yeah.
what kind of morphed into, though those are not my artwork itself. That is kind of inspired it, I guess. So in a
Nice.
tiny little way, I had a little bit of inspiration on the creation of the
You're
album.
our muse.
Which
Yeah,
is
I
cool
wanna-
to me.
I want to do Hamburger Humper.
Nice. Uh,
Yeah, but Johnny P also did the Where's Waldo shit.
yeah.
Where's Krusty?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nobody
That's
knows
it.
where
Where's
the fuck
Krusty?
Krusty is.
Yeah.
You flip one fucking Prius.
That-
and
that
you
was a
lose
pain in the
guitar
ass.
player.
Where's Krusty?
Yeah.
This will look better in the final version, anyways, because we'll actually impose them on the
Yeah,
screen.
yeah.
So.
I still don't know where Krusty is.
Of course, we have the Shady Bunch.
Look at that guy at the top left.
Yeah, Johnny P there.
Yeah.
Yep. Pablo.
Thomas the Red. I know who that guy is somewhere.
Oh, fucking looks like a cheeseburger.
Yeah. Looks how I feel.
I'd eat that cheeseburger.
Actually, now that you're on that aspect, like those 3 cards, the lazy, Bill, the yuck, those are all Mark Madden. He did those out of Buffalo.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Mark
he
Madden.
did those.
Yep. Mark absolutely did those.
Yeah, then I guess he didn't scan them. He just sent us fucking flip phone photos. Psycho had to fix them all.
Shot with a potato.
It makes it better.
Yeah, of course, we got the Trailer Park Boys versions of them on there. Of course, they make a guess, which we'll get to later. Get a guess on the updated version of Three Little Pigs. And if you get the variants too with the vinyl, this one happens to be the slime green, and then of course there was a pink one, which they're still selling through Cleopatra Records.
I actually heard some of the record stores ended up when they got their shipment, they got the green and the pink ones too.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
I'm kind of confused about what the fuck was going on with any of that shit, but whatever.
I figured
one
all
looks-
of them were red and pink. I don't know. Or
The pink-
green and pink.
The pink one looks great too. Fuck.
I got the pink. It's awesome.
Yeah. You got it on you?
Yeah.
Whip it up.
Or just show us that pink eye.
Whip that thing out.
Yeah, geez.
One thing we should say about the album artwork too is like if you download the Artivive app, all the arts comes to life. I was even tested it on like I have this is my computer background, man. All right, guys, this is what the album cover looks like when you point your phone at it with the Artivive app. This video is by Misha George. Now it looks really cool in 3D. The audio is muted as it actually plays the first song Pukebox, and so it's muted just for copyright reasons. So yeah, such a great touch and stands out from many other album covers. How many album covers do this awesome feature, eh?
Thing ever, like it just the whole thing comes alive.
Where the fuck did you come from? Wait a minute.
You just popped in.
You just fucking
We were
popped
just
in
talking
out of
about you.
nowhere. Jesus.
We needed you, art director. We're talking about the art.
Well, as a matter of fact, this thing, what the fuck?
Dusting off his VHSs.
This is your part, Rob.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Welcome back, Rob, everybody.
Yeah, he did a lot of those. You put a lot of those cards together, didn't you, Rob?
Yeah, your card. I did the color.
Colorized it, yeah.
Yeah, and then I put the little things like the little pizza slice and the little and every single one of those was Bill. That was me sending it over to Bill. Bill looking at it going, hey, can you add a pizza slice? All right.
Can you add a cheeseburger and a beer to Lazy's card?
Yep. We should say too the Artivive app not just on the cover too. It actually works on all the cards and all the artwork, which they're also inside the booklet too. The individual cards.
Where's Krusty looks really cool. Going through
I've not seen that one with that app.
Except the Where's Krusty, some reason deletes out Mike Snyder for no obvious reason. Like he's on the Where's, but look at it in 3D, he disappeared.
Oh, really?
I swear to God, it was the weirdest fucking thing.
Easter egg.
The Fr3to F33t.
Here's the Rooster Dink Pink, Derek.
Oh yeah, that's crisp. Look at that.
I mean,
yeah,
that center art looks so nice.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yes, definitely. It's well designed. Just stands out, and it's just it all looks great all together.
And the best thing is, I think that that cover actually holds up well against the other 3 albums as well.
I almost forgot. I just noticed
if you put them
today.
next to each other, I think they look good together.
I've had it for over a month, and I just noticed it today. I don't know if anyone else of you had eagle-eyed caught it. I know Rob would know about it. But did you notice in the background right here is actually has the previous Green Jellÿ albums? Like right here, There's
Correct.
like, it has the music to insult your intelligence bot and 333.
Yeah, I
Then
think
has a serial killer.
Derek's,
Then
Derek's helmet's
does-
back there somewhere too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Derek.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's right there. There's Eddie Van Jello right there. I was like, hey, isn't that Derek right there?
Yeah, snuck in there. Fuck.
Yeah.
Chaos.
He even has a little VHS listing of the Rob's film, Green Jello Sucks Live. Right there.
Yeah.
I just noticed that today when it was on like 50-inch TV screen. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh,
Yeah,
look at
like
that in
a
the
straight
background.
up-
That's a little like
Like a
Easter
straight up
egg.
garage with all that shit your wife told you to get out of the house and sitting on the shelf.
Right.
It's full of Easter eggs everywhere.
Yeah, I just noticed that
We
today. I'm
get-
like, son of a, like, when it was like super large. I'm like, wait a minute. That's cool.
Are we gonna talk about the briefcase?
The time machine.
First rule about the briefcase is you don't talk about the briefcase.
Yeah, I think it's for the best. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
time machine. It's set
The
to 3.
briefcase.
You don't want to upset Billy D.
Yeah, no, it's great artwork all around. It just pops.
The
So
briefcase belongs to Marcellus Wallace.
a lot of work went into the artwork and all the designs. I know Rob was just constantly going and changing stuff and updating his pillows. I was having them like
Bill
Jeez.
literally had me working full time on that for like 3 months straight.
Yeah.
I was off work, so I was at home. We took full advantage and just, yeah, it was nonstop. Psycho helped a lot, especially in the end when I was like, running out of steam. Yeah, you really picked it up at the end.
It was mostly just the CD stuff. All the artwork was already done and stuff, but Bill wanted a billion things done with the CD artwork, with all the lyrics and with all the artwork and individual pages. And it was trying to
Well,
make.
that stuff.
Go ahead.
Oh, that stuff in itself is tedious and horrible. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, add in Bill, like, oh, you can do it. Just come on, man. Like, it's only 4 a.m. Don't be a pansy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Out of that.
all right. We got the artwork there too, and we get right into the songs. First one on the album is Pukebox.
This song's fucking amazing.
It is really a good opener for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Smoking
great
opener.
song.
Ripping for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Matt Hughes, I believe.
Yep,
Say that
Matt
again.
Hughes. Yep,
Yeah,
Matt Hughes,
that's the-
Ian Parker, CJ Hamrick, William,
It's
Adam Brandon
shit,
Greenburn.
we've played with them a few times. They're based out
Yeah,
of
they're out of Houston.
Houston,
Yeah,
Texas.
yeah. The band itself is called Pukebox.
Yeah, they're called Pukebox.
Yeah.
That's why I got fucked
Yeah.
up. Yeah, Pukebox
yeah.
from Houston.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Pukebox kind of broke up, and then they made a tribute to Pukebox called
Yes.
Barf Bag. They're pretty good too.
Yeah, when right before COVID hit, we were all down in Texas, and we did that run with Worm Suicide with Pablo, and he's also
Yes.
on too. And they had got back together when we played with them in Houston, and Pukebox played that shit. That was February of early 2020. Yeah.
Total off note, you said Worm Suicide. I picked up their album and it fucking rips. So
Yeah, I got that
yeah.
vinyl
Oh man.
in February too, and
Yeah.
it's super sick.
Whew.
Yeah,
Whew.
that shit's
It's
tight.
great.
And Pablo does a lot of good video editing with green screen shit too.
And with the Artivive app too, that's the song that plays with the album cover. It's Pukebox.
Pukebox, yeah. Did anybody
So-
message Pablo?
One ridiculous thing about the Pukebox song is in it, we claim to be the kings of filthy parody, along with Pukebox, I guess. And I turned in a filthy parody to Cleopatra, and they wouldn't let us put it on the album because it was a parody song. And they didn't want to get fucking sued by Nazareth. Go figure. We're the
Bill
kings of
Cosby
filthy
fucked
parody, but
everything
we
up
can't
for
fucking put
everybody,
it on.
didn't he?
Ruining it.
And at the end of Pukebox too, of course, it comes in first guest star of the album, Weird Al Yankovic, with his voice message.
He's not wrong.
Hard pass, baby.
He doesn't have Zoom, but I'm trying to get him on it. So
What was that? And even has the like a restraining order number BCF 906. Weird Al.
Did you say restraining order?
Yeah, that's what it has in the album. It has
credits.
like his credit there, and it has like restraining order number.
Yeah.
Which is cool touch.
Yeah, we had fun with that credits page.
Yeah. That was cool. We got having Weird Al on the album was perfect too. It was just so I remember Weird Al making an appearance way back in '93 when Green Jellÿ were on the Headbangers Ball, saying Green Jellÿ sucks.
No, he was actually supposed to be on the drinking. Bill wanted him to do like a singing, vocal part on the drinking song, and he declined. He said it's not really his thing to do a song about drinking.
That song is not really his thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the drinking. Okay, the drinking.
Yeah.
Should have put me on that shit. I'd have played the kazoo on my butt. I still just might.
And of
We
course,
see that.
we move on to the next song, which is none other than Silence of the SquarePants.
Yeah. Can't get sued again.
Yeah, go damn. Whoops.
And I think two of you, especially in this room, know a little something about that song. Just a little bit.
Oh God.
Yeah. Derek wrote the song. Derek, who came up with the idea to do a song about SpongeBob? I can't remember like who actually had that idea.
I feel it was me because like we were jamming because I had gone out and seen or played with the Buffalo Band a few times and saw that big SpongeBob fucking thing and he kept on singing SpongeBob
Yeah,
just like the actual theme song.
Yeah. Tom Jeffries made that puppet.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're all
And
jamming.
Bill would just kind of randomly throw it in. Who lives in a pineapple under the sun?
Yeah.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
And then you go right back in.
We're gonna get sued.
Obey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're all jamming one time, and then Derek just starts spitting out this like no effect style riff, and song was
It
written.
took off from right there in your basement, right where you're standing.
Yeah, that's right. Right.
Yeah. Right there. Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. Everyone was there because it was like me, you, Dewey was there from the Buffalo chapter, and Tom Jeffries was there.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, and then it progressed year after year until we put it together. Right? It was maybe 2 years in the making.
SpongeBob song. We didn't know it was going to be about a cannibal SpongeBob, and I was trying to.
No.
I was writing the lyrics, and I'm trying to figure out like what's a good like twist on the SpongeBob idea.
Yeah.
It's actually my wife, Kate, that came up with the. Yeah, well, what if Krabby Patties were people? Like, what if it was Soylent Green? Right? Like,
What if they're people?
Perfect. So that's
Yeah,
how
yeah, it came together so fucking quick, like, and with a good portion of the Canadian and the Buffalo chapter, which was cool. Because Tom has some parts on there. He plays a little bit of bass underneath the bass I laid down there with some guitar and shit. It's cool, man. The idea was try to keep it communal and get as many people on. There's a lot of guys that did the chants, like the SpongeBob chants. They're all people that just sent in voicemails and whatever emails and shit, and I just crammed them in there.
Yeah, you had originally said that when we were at Sweden or in Europe or something, like a bunch of us actually in the middle of a hotel room sent you some of those.
Yeah.
Like all the Headless Pez kids and shit.
Yeah.
At 4 o'clock
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yeah, man.
My baby boys.
Yeah. Like everybody. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like the part in the middle, of course, when it goes down into like the slows down the tempo and it goes into the kind of reggae kind of part
Yeah,
there.
oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
also in the new version, of course, Rob did a lot of the inserted the voices there. So
Fuck, did he ever?
Yeah,
It was
whole thing.
amazing. Crushed it.
Yeah. Did you do all those voices?
Yeah.
I did all.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I listen to that and I try to picture like different character or different members from around the area. I'm like,
Yeah, but get this.
You nail some. Those are like spot on.
Rob, tell him how you track it.
What do you mean?
Like you use
Oh, I just use a little Tascam recorder, like sitting around here somewhere. It's just like
no, no fucking computer. Nothing. You did it all the pitch shifting you did on that thing, right?
yeah, I did
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
On
The
like a little handheld recorder. It's fucking crazy.
SpongeBob voice, I raised it like a semitone, you know,
Yeah,
like
an octave or something. Yeah.
or octave,
Yeah.
yes.
No
Yeah, I
shit.
heard. Yeah, man. And when he was saying that, when I was first tracking it, I was fucking losing. Like, like even Bill's like, we can't use this because we're using samples. I'm like, that's Rob. Rob did all of those fucking voices. It's fucking wild, man.
Yeah, because I've heard some fools do a good like SpongeBob laugh.
Yeah, he did.
But
the
like
laugh.
to even nail that like what is it, Squidward and the Patrick shit?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, because
like-
the first one we put out only had like a little bit of dialogue, and then when he kind of sent me the updated one, I was like, holy shit, it's like it's a scene. It's an entire scene now.
Yeah,
It's
oh,
cool.
for real.
Bill had it. It was like 5 minutes long, and we had to keep editing. I'm like, Bill, it's not gonna fit, man. It's not gonna fit. He had this whole like skit that he wanted to do. It was fucking crazy. That went on. He had another Three Little Pigs too, but it's done where like Dr. Phil comes in and kills a big bad wolf or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
That was a great touch. Great touch to the song too. When I was familiar with the regular version of it that came up before the album, but then all of a sudden, what? All
Yeah, to
the
have that
voices
up.
there. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, for real. And especially when like Squidward's like, Patrick, that fart smells like suntan lotion. I still crack up every time I hear that. I'm like, who did that shit? That was you. That's crazy. That's wild.
And another little fun fact is that we recorded Bill's vocals at Mark Madden's warehouse after we recorded the video for SpongeBob.
That's right. That fucking air conditioning roaring.
Fucking air conditioner. We had to shut it off. Everyone's like drinking, fucking partying. We're like trying to get Bill to do this fucking recording. Set up my little studio in this like fucking warehouse. Oh, it was
there is no air conditioning in that fucking warehouse.
Furnace or whatever. It was furnace because it was cold out. It was furnace. It was a furnace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually might be cool, guys. I'm just talking to Bill. He's got Zoom installed right as we're about to go into Punk Rock Pope. So I'm just
There goes the
sending him-
neighborhood.
Yeah.
He says it's saying I just need a room password. So I'm like, he's got it.
Send it to him. Yeah.
It's
Also,
asking
he
me
needs
for a meeting ID. It's right there,
needs
so I sent him again. So.
Yeah, he needs the last 3 digits of your credit card number and your social security.
Yeah.
Well, if he gets in there, it'll be good timing because we're talking about Punk Rock Pope.
Right.
So while we're waiting for Bill there, of course, next song is Punk Rock Pope.
None of us know anything about that fucking song. So I think a lot of the original songs that were submitted just didn't fucking take the cake or whatever. So the guy that was producing it threw down some tracks with Bill, I guess, like on the spot.
Yeah,
Is
Ron.
what I'm imagining.
Didn't the dwarves have something to do with that song?
Yeah.
The guitar player from the Dwarves. I think tracked the guitar on that. I believe.
Yes, Mark Diamond, Ron,
Yeah.
Bill, with Steve Johnson.
Ron.
As the preacher.
Ron.
That was another voice I did. I did that in one, sent it to him and he liked it. Used it.
Yeah, it's a cool voice though. Comes right in the middle of the song. The preacher.
Yeah. That's another one of those voices I would have never imagined that was you until I was told that was you.
He was gonna use a sample from like some guy talking about spaceships that got attacked, and it's gonna be like this huge segment in there. And then he found out because of copyright issues he couldn't use it, so he had me re-record everything, and I sent it over to him, and then they put that in the song, and then took that and put back in, and then took them back out again. The version that I heard on the album, I had no idea what version I was going to hear, and they finally handed that over. I was surprised to hear what they did with it. That was interesting. That the way they they put the effects on it. That's cool.
So was that with the little Tascam recorder as well, or?
Yeah, same recorder. Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
sitting in the corner of my.
And that was the official first single off the album too.
Yeah, that was surprising. I wasn't expecting that song.
Yeah, that song sounds industrial. It doesn't sound super Jello.
I almost expected the drinking song to be the single, because I think that's one of the catchiest. Like it gets hammered in your head. I figured that would have been the single personally.
I didn't catch what song you said.
Drinking song.
Drinking song.
Oh, the drinking song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if he was looking for something more or less that if radio stations do play it, that they would play. And the drinking song might have just been a little bit too obscure.
Too campy. Yeah.
Yeah. I could see that, like, if the album actually does do really well, like, I could see that being the one that people fire up in the jukebox. Like those fucking automatic jukeboxes that have whatever from everywhere. So
Right.
Let me throw that drinking song on real quick.
Rock tunes.
Yeah, because if it's not there, I'll fucking totally fucking play that shit.
It's definitely a powerful song. Really, just like a gut. I guess the term is like a gut punch song.
Yeah, I feel like it's a very interesting mix of genres too, because at first, like, I don't know, it totally sounds like Marilyn Manson-ish.
Sounds like Ministry.
Yeah, it's definitely got that industrial kind of thing going on. It totally reminded me of that Fish song for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so Bill's got the ID and passcode. So I'm waiting for him to pop up here.
Yeah, he just gotta, as soon as he pays his internet bill. Real quick.
He's got it there. So, anyways, move on. I don't know when he's going to get it. Might be by the end by the time he gets in here. So moving on to the next song, and I already went through this in detail with Lazy D last night, but it's Fuck It. Welcome to the show, Lazy D and Samuel Poe.
Hello.
Now we're going to talk about Fuck It.
Fuck it. Hey, free me. Thank you for showing your titties to everyone.
Sam is free. He is free.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about your song, buddy.
Yeah, I know. Fuck that song. I even told Bill from the get-go, I'm like, hey, you taking that piece of shit old-ass song? I even wrote a song for the Garbage Band Kids, like a lot of people did, and I don't even think he submitted it. He was like, no, we're doing Fuck It. We got Fuck It. You can have Fuck It. I'm like, fucking really?
And then I had to hear it 88 times.
Yeah.
Then when I saw that was picked, I was like, okay, that's gonna be interesting what they do with it to make a Jello version of it, you know?
Oh, exactly. Yeah, he always liked that song because, like, me and Krusty would do our thing before Jello played.
Yeah.
Like, I just really like that song. I really like that song. That song is old as fuck, dude. Like that song, like there's versions of that song before Krusty, like with my original guitar player. Because a lot of people don't know that, like, Krusty's actually like the third guitar player in Lazy D. So me and my boy from Whack Off Studios like put that shit together like a long time ago, and it was on my first album, You Know How We Do, which was like 2007. But I think before that, like, he was fucking around with that song, but we just got to put it together and like brought it to life, like way back then.
It's an anthem.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. I was like, yeah, I'm drunk. Fuck it.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ, this.
If you're drunk, you want to yell, fuck it.
Yeah, this
It
song's
gets people
old
going.
as shit.
I've seen people hate you for an entire set until that song.
That's usually, yeah, right. I feel you. Like this guy in the assless chaps with the thong keeps rubbing his sweat all over me. He's on the bar, dripping sweat into my cup. Oh, this is a nice tale. Okay.
So we're.
Oh yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell us right about where the song first, I guess where you first started the song started.
So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah.
said, yeah, I kind of already, like, so that song is old as fuck. It was on my first album, 2007. It's called You Know How We Do. And it was with my guitar player, producer. He used to play in another band called Stuntcock. And I used to play in a band called The Wankers. And we just hit it off and we do like drunken freestyle raps and shit all the time. And then I actually put out an album. It was called like the beta version, which was like a demo thing, which just all stolen instrumentals and drunken free flows and shit. And then we put out an actual album in 2007. It was called You Know How We Do. And it had Fuck It. And it's complete, like, go back and listen to that. Like, there's not much of a beat on that. It's pretty interesting. Like, to just see what that song evolved in, you know, because there was another remix we did on an album called Bump, and then Krusty, of course, started playing guitar on it. So then we reblazed it for that album. And then
Reblazed.
Yeah, that was the name of it. We called it because that album Reblazed was half old shit, half new shit, and then our DJ John Blaze kind of was listening to what Krusty was doing on guitar over the old versions of songs I had, and kind of made beats to complement like the style of guitar and stuff. So that's that.
So it never had that kind of like punk rock guitar stuff on it before, right? I don't remember it being like so punk oriented.
No. It was always just that's kind of what I was saying. Like the very first version on You Know How We Do was a really weird kind of beat, and there was no guitar on that at all. And then we did another version of it, was just straight like really bass driven and shit. No guitar on that either. And it wasn't until Krusty joined the group and started touring and shit. Like Krusty kind of like picked his 8 favorite songs that he liked out of all my shit, and then we kind of started adjusting things for him. And then he's the one that actually wrote guitar to it. But yeah, it was still a hip hop song. I think the first
Still
time
is.
Yeah, well, yeah, true.
Don't give me that, man.
No, you're right. It's funny because I was reading an interview the other day about the new album, and it was talking about elements of hip hop, and I was like, yeah, that's my fault, guys. I'm sorry. My bad.
There's another song on there that sounds hip hoppy.
Yeah, that Boy Cries Wolf. That's a fucking banger too. That's got the hip hop vibe for sure.
I just now heard this version of Fuck It, even though I did a handful of work on. No, I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for it either.
Yeah, there were times where we were getting annoyed with the whole process as well.
I'm always annoyed, lazy. You know me.
That's true. That's why I always try to hug you and shit. You're just like, get off of me. I'm like, let me rub your back. You're drunk, but I want to rub your back, Sam.
No.
I love you.
I love you too.
I can't wait to sleep in your minivan again.
Shut up.
This song's gone through quite the evolution. I guess, you know, like on the new version, it's like, whoa, that thing, they really.
Oh, it's like it's fucking 180 straight up.
Yeah, of course they got
It's completely different from what I was working on. Like from what when I was last involved, and then I heard it and I was like, whoa, where did this go?
Yeah, so the first time we ever played it live was the big Sweden Rock Fest. We had like different members from all over the place were there, and Bill was like, I think we really should play that song. So we literally tried to compose it like the day before, and they just kind of made up chords. Like Ray made something up, Captain Ray made something up. So that's where we started playing it, and it was just chorus verse chorus. And I remember Bill telling me the fucking verses were like so long because the original version of that, like the second verse is just like me, just a big huge rant, and he's like, now you gotta chop that shit up. So at first I was just doing smaller versions of the original verses, and then we were playing around because I know we played it, attempted it at a bunch of shows. Like you'd played it before, so you.
Oh, me? Yeah,
like just
and it was always different. It was always different. Someone's playing in a different key this time. It's faster or slower. It was never solid. It was never like confirmed.
That's not every Green Jellÿ song live though.
I mean, most every song you're at least somewhat in the same key, but you'd have one guy have an interpretation and they come in and then with so many people in the band, sometimes it gets heated, and
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like,
That's
no,
why
I
we-
want to start in F. No, I want to start in G. And we
That's why
ask
we-
you, and you're like, I don't fucking know.
No, I'm at the bar trying to get where I'm like, where are my drink tickets at? This is bullshit. Need drink
Yeah.
tickets. I mean, that's
Where
why we.
more?
That's
After
why
I gave you mine.
yes, that was the beautiful thing. You give me your drink tickets, and I would give you a massage. A massage.
On the album, of course, they have the credits written by Ryan Schwass and Michael Harwood.
Yep,
And of
that's
course, the guest-
me and Michael Harwood's that original guitar player I was talking about, Spliff Dog.
Of course, you have guests on it as Raph Deitel, Nikki Deitel, Angela
So-
Moore from Fishbones on it,
Mhm.
and Luigi Mayorga from Suicidal Tendencies.
Yeah, those first two. So, I mean, I feel like we should start with like me and you, though.
Yeah,
I
because
didn't
I'm
feel
not
shit.
in the end at all. There's a point where I'm out of the story completely.
First time, Fuck It ever got played like that was at Sweden Rock Fest. We kind of crudely made up a composition for that, and then we've played it very hastily for a couple years. And like he was saying, it was never the same. Like it was always whatever, fuck it. So when Bill was like, "Yeah, we're putting that on the album. We're doing that's the song." So Sam, he had played it the most. So
On drums, so everyone knows I play drums.
yeah, everybody knows Sam plays drums.
No, they don't. Nobody knows.
What are you talking about?
I'm not the infamous Lazy
You're
D.
like the drummer, in my
All
opinion.
right. Okay, I love you. Anyway, continue.
Who else did every ICP?
I didn't do every ICP show. I
You
missed
didn't?
two.
I thought you were with. Wasn't I with you?
I
the
missed
whole time?
two.
How did I get there then?
You're lazy. You always get there. But tell your
Yeah.
story.
Well, yeah. So then he says we got to do it. We're gonna do this track. You, the one that was most, knew the song the most. You.
And I'm
kinda-
riding around in a van with you, so I'm with
Exactly,
you all
yeah,
the time.
yeah.
So it just made sense to get a hold of me.
Which was like really surprised me, and love in my heart, because riding around a van with me all the time is not an easy thing.
No, especially when you are not drunk. I mean, I am not drunk. You are drunk.
Yes. Somebody's got to be use these drink tickets.
I'm the one who's stoned. Anyway.
So we basically did the composition on it, and you laid down the drums. I believe you laid down drums and the bass and guitar, didn't you?
I did a bunch of demos. The way it was going, it was like I was told to kind of make it more, I don't want to say heavier, but more aggressive, more towards like more of a Green Jellÿ sound. That's what I should say.
Right.
And then we started doing things, and then I remember the whole time it was like, "Hey, I just heard this drum beat. Put this drum beat in here."
Oh, you remember?
Hey, I just heard this. I just heard this. I just saw this video where it was this kid played a beat from that porn website. What was it?
Pornhub, yeah.
Pornhub. The kids went wild. Put that beat in there, and then like it didn't
remember.
work, and it didn't
totally
work. It was
didn't
way
work.
too fast. And
Yeah,
then
but
finally
no,
we landed on like this version now. The verses are completely different from what any of the demos I did, but the chorus.
Because I wrote completely different vocals for that.
Yeah.
Or lyrics.
Oh, okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
For
But
Jellö,
then-
the Jellö versions are the lyrics are definitely different.
So I had like a couple different versions, and you're right. I played all the instruments on it, but these were demos just to get like an idea of where it was
Yeah,
going.
the
Then
structure.
eventually, it's completely out of my hands. Like,
Structure, yeah.
because I don't play drums on this track on the album. It's Crash Karma people, right?
Right. That's what I was gonna say.
Is
Those
she-
first two names, Nikki and Ralph, they're Crash Karma.
Yeah,
And
she
then
does an
Ralph-
amazing job.
Oh, she's a beast.
Yeah.
And then Ralph is actually in that old German punk band Wizzo. If you ever heard them. Yeah, those guys are super awesome.
Yeah.
So-
Plus, their videos pop up all the time on my feed.
Oh,
just
they
doing cool shit.
They took so much advantage of COVID. They played so much
Oh,
shit with the
man.
green screen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're super sweet.
So
Yeah,
I
but-
don't know what happened after. I'm submitting demos. Past that point, same
Oh,
phone's
yeah.
out.
It basically, yeah. Well, I didn't know it was gonna kind of be like that at all. Because I knew when other people did tracks and submitted tracks and stuff that they had, remixed them and added some stuff or whatever. But yeah, they basically just took that template and completely redid everything except for my fucking scratch vocals. Like those vocals that I sent you.
Yeah.
Those are the fucking vocals they used on that mix.
Hey, at least it was. Are you okay with it? Is it timed well?
I mean, it sounds all right, but I was like, well, after we knew how it was going, like, I would have liked to just go in and spit it fresh, you know?
Yeah, spit it fresh.
A little more confidence. Because I had just written all those lyrics. I rewrote those lyrics for the Jellö version. So, like, once I knew what we were doing, it would have been amazing to go in and do it proper or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you know?
Sounds good, though. I heard it the other day. Sounds good.
Yeah, that's what everybody tells me. Like, dude, it sounds fine.
It's pretty aggressive. The verses are way more aggressive than I expected.
Yeah, I'm a little pissed I'm not on the course at all. Like,
Oh,
at all.
Just put yourself in a different mix now. Just get the track and do it at home. Fuck it.
Do the lazy version. The Cleopatra's about to sue me version. Fuck it.
You have 90 other versions. I think you're fine.
Right. I can't wait till they're like, oh, there's 90 other versions. You got to take all those down, lazy. Those you can't have those. You can't have
copyrighted material,
you
sir.
can't have those up there.
Did they have to actually take you down like the old the ones on YouTube and everything, like the replays video?
No. Because those songs, it's like you say, it's completely different song.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, I'm just not bringing it up. I mean, it's not like the Fr3to.
I think you're fine.
I think, yeah, exactly. Because I'll be like, I'm Lazy Ass Destroyer. This song's called Fuck It. This is Green Jellÿ, and these guys don't know how to spell. It's like F-U. There's an X in there somewhere, so I don't even know.
It's the Bill Man speaker way of spelling fuck.
Right. The K's backwards. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, were they doing a new music video for it?
I have not heard news of that at all. Because we actually just tracked more like the Sam version, like up here. I'm doing all live Lazy D shit up in the studio up in Canton. So like, you know, the goal is to have like a live band, no backing tracks kind of thing. And I just recorded that song again and I was like, fuck it, man. I'm going to do it again, live Lazy D version. And then I'm going to write a new song and it's going to be called God Damn It, Man. It'll be like the follow up to Fuck It. It's called God Damn It, Man.
Did you rewrite the lyrics for this last version you just recorded?
No, I went back to the original version.
Okay, we're back, baby.
Right, where the one verse is normal, like 16 bars, and then the second verse is just like a 64-bar rant of bullshit or whatever it was. Because I know it originally it's not. It's just random. And that's what, like with Green Jellÿ, he was like, you got to make the verses like shorter, man.
Attention spans are short.
Right. It's like, I'm just rapping in the bathroom. What the fuck? Yeah, somebody recorded it. Now it's a song.
Yeah, the album version, 2 minutes, 59 seconds.
Yeah. But like you said, it comes in like it just punches you in the face. It's like, fuck it. Yeah. It's pretty wild. What turned into that?
Congratulations on your song, Lazy.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that it's actually on the album too. It's like, you know, like I think it's perfect because when you perform that, even I remember when you were in the show I was at, you know, and when you performed that, it really got the crowd popping. You know, it really got warmed up for the Green Jellÿ show, and then like it just fit. Everyone loved it. Everyone's hands were in the air and everything, and for me, it's like it's suitable as on the album. I think it's
right.
Kind of something missing if it wasn't in a way.
And I think that's what like Sam was saying. Like that's people are like, all right, you got my attention. It's a good song. Like, all right, you're doing white boy hip hop shit, and now, oh, this is catchy, and I'm drunk. And I think that's exactly why Bill was like, yeah, I gotta put this song on there. We gotta do this song. And I kind of fought him tooth and nail for a minute. Like, dude. Man, fuck, that is a fucking Lazy D song and not write a Green Jellÿ song, but whatever, man. If dad wants to do it, dad can do it.
Yeah, and people who attended shows that aren't super familiar with Green Jellÿ's catalog, when they listen to the new album, they're like, hey, I remember that song live.
I remember
that one.
I remember that asshole. He owes me $5. But yeah, basically, yeah, they took Sam put in that demo and he brought it to I don't know, I just think he was really excited about having that song. Like he always wanted it and he always really liked it and stuff like that. And he had it. So he's like, I want to do some fun shit with it. So he originally took it to Nikki and Ralph. They laid down the drums and the bass and they re-recorded everything. Then they had Angelo Moore from Fishbone in there laying down saxophone and theremin, which was super fucking crazy, like big ass bass saxophone, and you could hear it. And I always point it out to people, and I'm like, "You hear that?" They're like, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about." I'm like, "It's like dun 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 dun." It's like, "Oh my god, it sounds so fast." They're like, "I don't fucking know what you're talking about." I'm like, "That's Angelo Moore," and then the theremin. You hear you do hear the theremin, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they're all like, yeah, that's nice. I don't care, lazy. And I'm like, that's Angelo Moore. Fuck you guys. That's amazing. And then
a theremin ended up on your track. A theremin.
Yeah.
Of all fucking things.
Crazy. And then the cherry on top, fucking Lou from Suicidal Tendencies playing guitar. I was like, that's fucking crazy. He's like, yeah, it's fucking like, hell yeah, let's fucking build this track up. So that was super cool. It was super cool. And I feel like his tone and his style like does go good with that track.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yes, definitely.
It's
Definitely
super
solid.
cool. Yeah. And then like when I heard the final composition and then they added, we had the bridge. Me and Sam had done the bridge of me talking shit. You could actually tell where I'm talking and they just cut it. And then Bill's talking and I just come back in. And then they had that fucking crazy solo. Turned out pretty good. I like it.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Mr. Ryan.
You too.
And I love you,
Oh,
lazy.
wait a minute. I'm Ryan. Okay, yeah.
No, you're lazy. He's Ryan.
Yes, I am lazy. All right, dude. I do miss you though, Sam.
I miss you.
We got to hook up and we can watch me bust my head on a half pipe or something.
Yes, let's skate. I'll go skate in Covington.
Yep.
All right. Bye.
All right, dude. See ya.
Right, thanks
for
again,
doing
guys.
this, Sam.
Yeah, thanks to both of you.
All right, bye, buddy.
Yeah,
that was
bye.
basically an old school song that I've been doing forever. Bill really wanted to do it. So I think we first composed it with Derek and Captain Ray in Sweden because Bill really wanted to play it. And it just kind of progressed from that version. And then Bill's like, I want this on the album. And I fucking had Sampo lay down a lot of the shit and then kind of just turned into the mishmash of bullshit that you hear today.
How much of the lyrics were changed? Like what's
all the lyrics are changed except for the chorus.
Oh, all of them. No shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I rewrote all of them. I mean, I kept little elements of like the fuck you, fuck me, fuck baloney. Like that's from the Lazy D version.
Sure.
But all the fuck it, the chorus is the same. But I changed a lot of the stuff. I think the opening line stayed the same. Like fuck the radio, this song's for you. Then I switched it.
Next song, so we went into detail with the fuck it anyways. And
Fuck
number
it
5.
anyways.
Fuck it.
The 5th song is The Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Which is another single, actually.
Yeah, that's another pop-up from Aaron that kind of just magically happened.
That's right.
When they were in the studio, yeah. But yeah, that shit's a banger, man. I like
Sounds
the
like
fucking
Rage Against the
guitar
Machine.
work on that.
Yeah, very ragey.
Johnny, what did you think of that?
The Boy Who Cried Wolf?
Yes.
It was terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, I just never know. Like, look at that face. Is he laughing or is he joking? Is he happy?
No, honestly, the entire album is
terrible.
awful. It's an awful. It's an awful album.
Sucks.
This whole review is just going to be 2 clowns me just laughing maniacally together.
Are they really reviewing their own album?
spewing our own album. Yeah.
I'm on Johnny P's new album. He's on my new single.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Nice.
Networking.
Shit working. We're shit working with other shit artists.
The next song we have.
It sounds
It's
good
a
to me.
small world after all.
Well, the next song we have the drinking song, number 6.
Yeah.
That is
That was
Plethora.
epic.
Yeah, that's Plethora. They're based out of I want to say Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, honestly, I thought that was going to be the first song on the album. I just thought so.
I just
listen.
think it's the same thing I said with Rob, who was like, I think it's gonna be a single. I just think it's good, but it's like too like, oh, wait, what the fuck is going on right now? You know, to just hit him with that like straight off the bat, and been like, what the fuck? I don't know. I think it's a good ender for the A side because it ends and then the fucking record ends, and then.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I love the East Coast feel it has.
Yeah, like an old good old sea shanty.
You're right, man. You're right.
Yeah. Kitchen parties and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know about them, don't you, Ryan?
Oh yeah.
What, kitchen parties?
Most of my family from Cape
like
Breton.
East Coast kitchen party.
What are you crazy Canucks talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that is Plethora. They're out of Flint, Michigan. They play with us when we play in Michigan and shit. And they're fucking awesome.
Crazy costumes too.
Yeah, and that fucking kazoo shit, like that's part of their like normal thing. Like their songs when they play it, he's got like a kazoo holder on his mic stand, and he just fucking starts playing kazoo
wicked.
during their shit.
Oh, no
They're
kidding.
super sick. And he dresses up like crazy Captain America. He's got American flag and shit. Yeah, those guys are super sick.
Next song we got is, of course, one of a really good one, and Back Alley Dentist.
Yeah.
That one's cool.
Where's Dougie?
Dog.
Dog.
Talk about your
Dog.
shit, bro.
Dog.
Shit.
Did he fall? Dog?
No.
We got sick. We got sick of our shit.
Dog.
Doug dropped.
Doug wrote Back Alley Dentist. He sent me over like a bunch of tunes that had like vocal patterns. Some had lyrics, and I took that one and basically just wrote a song. That's a true story, eh? The Bill going to go and get pulled just to save a few bucks. So the way
he was in Mexico, right? He was in Mexico and he had to get his tooth pulled, right?
Wasn't Buddy like sweeping the street or something when he got there?
Yeah.
And outfit and he's mopping the floor. You didn't speak English.
Just yank that thing.
Yeah.
Dos tequilas, por favor.
Yeah.
Tooth decay?
When Bill sent me the voicemail or whatever, the text, like, hey, can you do a solo for that? But can you make it sound like a drill, like a maniac? If a maniac was going into your fucking tooth with a fucking just shitty thing, like, the fuck? So literally, I just grabbed the whammy, and it's just like just a fucking bunch of crazy ass shit like that, and then like overdubbed it with a drill. I'm like, does that work? That's perfect.
You actually overdubbed the drill.
Yeah, I harmonized my solo with a drill.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, that's actually a good little.
It sounds exactly like a drill.
That'd be great. That'd be a great thing to add to the stage performance if you play it live too.
Fucking right. Power tools. That's all we need on stage is power tools.
Like Jackal and bring a chainsaw.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. Real power tools. Yeah. Great idea.
Well, we get those Fisher Price ones. They still kind of make the same sound. Like I can still.
Yeah, have the dentist run out and just attack him.
Just go right to the pickup.
And he can wear a sombrero.
If that rhino horn's steel, he can have a grinder out there spraying the crowd.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have a
Right.
dentist in a dentist outfit wearing a sombrero.
I got this tooth that needs to get pulled.
Yeah, that's kind of a the little subtle kind of tribute to Eddie Van Halen, I guess.
Oh, that
Power drill guitar.
well, hands down. Yeah.
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 Throw back to pound cake.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I tried to find the same drill, but I wasn't gonna spend $300 on that, so I just used whatever the fuck was laying around.
Still walled.
Yeah, wall of distortion.
And of course, that has a some guest stars on it too, like Morgan Lander from Kitty, Ontario.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
And Gord from Pile Driver.
Yeah. It's fucking sick.
He does the part, just the back alley dentist. That part. That's Gord.
Which part did the girl from Kitty do?
Scream and
the scream. She did that part, and that's another one. Just like the SpongeBob song, we had a bunch of people do the actual screaming that kind of buried a little bit after we got Morgan to do it. All the other people kind of got buried underneath her, but
yeah.
But there were a bunch of people that did vocals for that too.
Must be, it's classic.
The sick song.
Definitely. Song number 8 is Champion.
That song's great. I like that song a lot.
Yeah.
That's another heavy hitter. Like those two back to back, crazy good.
I liked it when it was the background music for the video game. It just just fucking amps you right up. You're like, that's like
That's
perfect.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of works perfect with that.
Yeah.
I made that video. That was like, it was so easy to do because the clips kind of fell together. Like,
Yeah.
it was fun to put it together. It wasn't work at all. Like all the clips, one by one, it was like effortless to put that video together.
That's awesome. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's personally one of my favorite songs because it gets you so amped up.
Yeah.
Make you want to fight.
Yeah, that is Worm Suicide, actually. That's that band that did that. That's Pablo. I actually just messaged him. He said he's gonna try to pop on here.
All right, we got the song after that is, of course, Jerry Cormier's song, 333. All right, so we have Jerry Cormier here. We're going to talk about the song off Garbage Band Kids, 333.
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right, so yeah, congrats for getting on the new Green Jellÿ album. That's cool. And so you have your song 333. And so how did the song originally come about?
Well, basically, Bill was looking for some submissions for the album from fans and whatnot. You know, I guess we all saw it. It was on Facebook and all over the world. Bill Manspeaker's looking for people to write for the Green Jellÿ album. And being a member, I thought, well, I think I'll write a song. So that's exactly what I did. I sat down and said, from scratch, I'm going to write a Green Jellÿ song.
So great. So you didn't have the song like already started for something, another project, and then turn it into a Green Jellÿ song, which I know some.
Oh no, absolutely not. No, there was it was like November of last year. No, sorry, November of 2019. And basically it was like, okay, well, I'm going to write a track. I'm going to see what I can do. So basically right where I'm sitting right now, in my living room, I sat down with my guitar late one night. It was actually around 3 a.m., believe it or not, and started kind of going, what do I think I got here? Just kind of thought about it and did it. And there I was. Simple as that.
Oh yeah. And so you just recorded you record all the parts yourself?
No. Okay. No. Well, that as far as the writing went. So basically, let me break it down for you a bit more, I suppose. I wrote, what I did was I wrote the rhythm guitar here, all the, like, in kind of the arrangement for it, I suppose, and the lyrics. And then what I did was I brought it into 2 guys from my band at the time and said, hey guys, let's record this and submit it. So my drummer at the time, Shannon Mounier, and my bass player, Kevin Hills, came into the studio with me. We went into a studio here in Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada, called Slanted Glass Studios, and we just went to work. We took what I did and translated it into the vision, I suppose. It's the best way to put it. And yeah, so basically we recorded it there. The initial demo was recorded there, I should say. And we brought in a local musician by the name of Redmond Kang, who plays in a few bands, plays in quite a lot of bands actually, but most notably like Def Picasso. Anyway, so we brought him in. We needed somebody for a lead guitar player that with a different flavor. I can play lead, but I was like, I want somebody that just does something different. I was like, I want to work with this guy. And we brought him in, did it. You know, had some backup singers come in, friends of ours, they did the backups. Yeah, it was kind of like a group thing in the end. You know, I wrote the song, I wrote the lyrics, I wrote, you know, where it should go back to front, but without everybody that was there, it wouldn't have come out the way it did. So that went off to Cleopatra Records. They had a look at it. It was kind of sitting there in the pile for a bit. And then they said, yeah, absolutely, we want to put it on the album. So there you are.
Yeah, of course, after that, they probably had to, did they make any like change initially, like with the producer A.A. Ron and stuff, did they make any like changes to the song? From what
the really cool thing, yeah, so yeah, they did make some changes. The really cool thing about it was is they didn't make any changes to the instrumentation. What they did was they obviously had Bill come into the studio. He recorded his vocals. You can still hear subtleties of mine in the verses. And then they left like, actually we had Lazy in there as well. I totally forgot to mention that we actually had Lazy do vocals, Lazy S Destroyer, Lazy D of Green Jellÿ, do vocals on the track as well. So he went into a studio where he lives, sent me the files, and then we sent that off with the initial demo. And then, as I said, to bring it back, Bill came in, did his vocals. The only change they made, like I said, they didn't do any of the instrumentation, touch any of that, other than a little balancing. They brought the bass up a bit. That's about it. The only change they made, we kind of had this thing in the breakdown where there's some talking about Bill's salt and vinegar potato chip underwear and, you know, all of that. It was kind of arranged a bit differently, but not much. Bill kind of had a different vision for it, so we ran with that. And, you know, the label was impressed with it. It was pretty good quality. Again, a nod to Slanted Glass Studios. They did a fabulous job. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, it was like so then finally I came out and did you like where they put it on the album and everything, like the placement of the songs?
Sure. You know, it's on there. I'm honored to be part of the album. They could have put it as a hidden track and I would have been happy with that. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, holy shit, it's on the album. It made sense to put it number 9, 333, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
Right. So yeah, and it was cool, you know, to be able to write something. You know, it's all based off of Bill. Like the song was written kind of from his perspective. So I kind of, you know, went into my head and, well, what would Bill say in this song, you know, to these riffs? And it was kind of cool to tap on some older stuff from, you know, the Jellö history and the catalog and discography. And,
yeah, definitely, of course. Yeah,
what's that, sorry?
Of course, the title, like, you know, reference to the classic 94 album, 333 itself, too. So that's
sure, and I was like,
too.
Yeah, and I was like, man, there's 333 the album, there's 333 all over everything that is Jellö, but there's not 333 a song. And that's where my head went that night. I was like, there's not 333 a song. There's not 333 a song. It was quite a manic process, you know, like for 3 days, I was in my house. I barely left my house. I would write, go to bed, wake up. Where's my guitar? I'd start doing something around the house, or I got to go get groceries or something. No, wait a minute. I got to write this line. within 3 days we had it written and recorded. So it was kind of neat how the process worked out there. It was cool.
Oh wow, that's fast.
Yeah.
And did you hear anything? Did you see anything for the a music video for it? As of yet?
Do I see anything for a music video for it?
Anyone show you anything yet? I know they're working on it. Apparently, working on videos for all the songs. We've seen some of them on the weekly Green Jellÿ show. Like they've been showing some of them, but I mean,
yeah, I haven't. The last I heard, I don't know. To be quite honest with you, what they're doing for like what videos for what songs. But there has been whispers. I guess I'll put it that way. I really don't know if I honestly I can't confirm to you if there's going to be an actual 333 video, but let's hope so.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because I know like the people who actually made the songs most of them aren't actually doing their videos for them. They're done by different people that are taking on that project.
That's it, you know. So it's kind of like going, which is cool too, because I think like the more people you get involved in a project, you know, it doesn't become stale. You know, you kind of pass the ball and you kind of say, here you go, and let them put their vision and you know, so it's very cool.
Yeah, just like the artwork, you know, all the artwork for each song, all the little cards, you know, everything. Those were done by different artists that didn't write the song, and so that was cool too. So, yeah,
the artwork on the album is absolutely amazing. I'm still floored by it, you know. I have a couple copies of the album here, and every now and then I'll just be like, holy shit, you know, like these are real artists doing real things, but there were so many of them that came together, much like the songwriting and much like the, you know, the whole album. Every part of it had people from every angle, you know, and lots of hands in the pile, but that's awesome. I honestly don't know how it worked, but it did. He had a vision.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's one thing that one of the things that always attracted me to Green Jellÿ too. It's like, you know, they always have epic albums and artwork on the outside and on the inside of every release, even their singles, like have great artwork.
Well, that's kind of what I like about Green Jellÿ, you know, like it's not your like standard band. You don't, you know, there's not like 4 or 5 guys in the band or 3 guys in the band or whatever. It's just so many different people and so many different people that create and are creators in different ways that usually are off the norm. You know what I mean? That's the really cool part about it. To me anyway, it's just, you know, it's not a normal band. What can happen probably will happen, which is a great thing. So.
Yeah, now hopefully we get to play some of the songs live too.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. You know, I guess we're just waiting for the world to open back up, see what's going on. There is a tour coming up with Crazy Town. 33 dates plus more to be added. So yeah, again, you know, anybody that's watching this, stay tuned for that. That's, you know, from, I believe, starts late October. They're probably going to run right till the end of the year by the sounds of it now. I don't know yet.
Yeah, no, it'll be great.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, that was great. Thanks for your time, and that's just hopefully you'll like the whole video when it comes out here.
Cool, man. No, thank you. I appreciate it. It was an honor and a pleasure.
Not a problem at all.
Yeah, Jerry had that song, and I just thought it was a really good song, and I just kind of kept pushing Bill to get that one on there, and eventually, I guess it made it. After different submissions had dropped off or whatever, it made it on there. I just think it's a really good song. I just like the way it flows, like the chant, like the bass line. I just think it's a really good track.
And all right, Steven, you ready? The next song is your song, Hey, Hey, Hey.
Hey.
No. I don't know. Like I said, way at the beginning here, I pretty much just I don't know. I was actually sitting at work at the time, saw Bill's post, I'm like, all right, I'll give something a shot. Had a stupid bass line come up in my head. Went home, started writing. Had demo done within a week or so. I don't know. Sent it over to Bill. He liked it. So started building on it from there. And I think, like I was saying earlier, it was pretty stripped down at the time because I was thinking, you know, in the live shows, I know how Bill is. Kept it simple. He actually wanted me to build on it. So I'm like, okay. So
hey, Pablo's here.
What? Am I? Fuck. I'm not a Zoom person. Fuck.
While he's coming in, boys, I gotta jump out. I gotta put my young fella to bed. Ryan, I want to thank you for inviting me on here. Everyone else, love you all. It was fun.
Night.
Take it easy, dude.
Hi, brother. Yeah.
Oh, is that Dewey? Hey, is that Dewey?
Yeah.
Nah.
No, it's Roddy. Have a good night, Pablo.
It's Dwayne.
Fuck off.
I didn't know we were Dewey. I didn't know we were dressing. I didn't know we were dressing up. Nobody told me.
Oh,
Oh no, I know. I should have known.
Put the mask on, Pablo.
All right, give me a second.
where's your fucking helmet, Lazy D? You lazy shit.
Hey, they don't call me Motivated D now, do they?
Called you Limp D.
Yeah, exactly.
Limp distant.
You know how many chicks buy this hat for their husbands?
Yep, Lazy D.
They have no idea, like what the fuck. Like, Lazy D, that's great. I'm gonna buy that. I'm like, sweet, yeah, give me $20.
All right.
Give it to their husband.
Lazy dick. Lazy dick.
Forget about earlier. Now I'm all right.
Pablo!
Pablo from Worm Suicide. Tell us about
that
your
new vinyl. It's
song,
sick.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
That new vinyl is sick. Dude, that shit slaps for real, bro.
Yeah. We're actually gonna finally in the next couple months actually have the record release that we were supposed to have because we were 1 week away from releasing it when COVID hit.
Yeah, I remember when you actually gave me a copy and you were like, this shit, like, you don't have this. And I'm like, I don't have it.
Yeah, nobody's got it.
You gave it to me a little early and I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Pablo,
Well, yeah,
tell us about your song on Garbage Band Kids, and then we'll go back to the one we were discussing before.
My song?
Yeah, Champion.
Yeah,
Champion. Yeah. So I wrote Champion. That's it.
It's fucking profound, man.
No, okay. So I was like way late to the party. I didn't have anything, and I started to work on one Marshmallow Pit, and Bill was like, "Oh, this sucks." Man. No, and then
that's the point.
Yeah, no.
Welcome to the club.
But like
to say that you suck on a Green Jellå record is really saying something. God damn.
He was like, that riff is bullshit. And I was like, all right, cool. And then so there was an opening on the album, and he saw that I had shared a song called Champion. Oh, look at me, Champion. And it was for a wrestling promotion. So I started to work on this for a wrestling promotion, and they never fucking used it. So I shared it. So, hey, check this out. And Bill was like, so is that song yours? I was like, yeah. He's like, can I have it? And I was like,
I know that story.
Like a little kid. Can I have it?
All right. I don't know. Can y'all see that?
I see pussy.
Yeah. All right. So this is Jamie Cat, and she cannot stand when I use any audio devices and talk and shit.
So she bite you?
Yeah, she bites me the whole time. Yeah, look, she's gonna bite my face. So anyway, god damn it. So yeah. So she'll just
Daddy's working, boy.
So she's gonna just bite me this entire fucking time. But anyway, so Champion was originally like 45 seconds to a minute long. It was for a wrestling promo. Bill, we tweaked up the lyrics a little bit, and then he extended it, and we extended it, and then it's that masterpiece that's out there. Champion. Yeah. That's
fucking song sucks.
God damn it. Well, you know what? You should hear the other.
The riff is bullshit.
Yeah,
that riff is bullshit, man.
It sucks so good.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah. You know what?
Straight up though, Pablo, like we kind of touched on that earlier about like how he had some songs that people had wrote a while ago and he submitted those, and the fucking producer or the fucking guy at the record company lost his fucking mind. He was like, I'll get more songs. And then he was like, motherfuckers, I need more songs. And he just started grabbing songs and like, he was like, I need Fuck It. And I'm like, this is not your song. Like, what the fuck? But that's
When's
what we were
Skull
talking
Island
about, like,
coming, bro? When's Skull Island coming, lazy?
exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I had wrote a completely different song to be submitted for Garbage Pan Kid, because Garbage Pan Kid was an idea he was working on for years. So everybody submitted all this shit. And like, yeah, my song didn't make it. Your song obviously didn't make it. Tons of people's songs did not make it.
You know what? Let's
suck,
put out.
man.
Let's put out
Volume 2.
Oh yeah, like
yes, all the out
the way garbage kids, like the shit at the bottom of the garbage. Like
under the barrel.
We'll be like the
barrel.
I got
Bottom of the barrel. Bottom of the garbage.
We'll call it the dumpster diving kids.
Hey Pablo,
Dumpster diving.
Hey Pablo, is your cat still biting you, bro?
No, I pushed her on the ground.
Hey man, in Texas, the pussy eats you.
Hello.
All right, guys, let's keep on going.
Damn, that's wild.
We're back on. Steven was talking about his song there too. Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah,
And
hey,
so-
hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Okay.
We've actually talked about that 3 times now. Keep going, Steven. Just power through it, bro.
Yeah, that's all right.
You gotta get a voice if you want to be in this band. You gotta be louder than the assholes with the microphone.
All right, good shot.
I mean, I'm not sure what else to say. I mean, I wrote the song. I threw it to Bill. Bill was into it. He wanted me to tweak some of the lyrics a little bit. He actually wrote the what is it? That last verse in there about Sesame Street and the baby sleeping. That's all Bill. Other than that, it was all me. He tweaked a couple of words because he didn't like them. But yeah, had me throw a solo on there. Kept saying, now I don't know about you guys, but it's constantly like, needs more dweedle. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? So
every single time I've ever worked with Bill on his song, he goes, "Hey Johnny, do this." Dun 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 dun. I'm like, I don't what note?
What's a note?
But honestly, like for me, that's I don't have too much to say. I kept it simple. I wrote it really dumb. I channeled Bill. I know his live show. I was like, honestly though, like the way it turned out, like I think it sounds really good, but it was supposed to have more of the driving force, the original of like the Bear song or Jerk or something like that.
Hey, Steven, we were all extremely happy with how our mixes turned out across the board. Nothing at all sounded different than we intended, I promise.
This is where you run the disclaimer.
How it goes.
This is where you run the disclaimer, Ryan.
All right, and then everybody was in costume. So
it was like I feel like it was actually maybe too good, and it got dumbed down a little bit to fit the
They
album.
had to tone down.
That's what I was asking you.
Theme of the album.
Yeah, that's what I was asking you earlier. Had you had an earlier rendition of that song that was out?
Honestly, no. He just the producer just tweaked the vibe of it, and I think they overdubbed I mean, honestly, the backing vocals and the guitar are way low on that album mix compared to what Bill and I worked on together. It was like way more of an intense, like, you know, hard rock song with a guitar solo on it, and it's very bass and drum heavy now. It's still awesome, but I felt like it's like definitely more of a garage band sound, and I think they tweaked it to fit the vibe of it. Like,
You mean garbage band?
Yeah, to fit the whole thing. Because like SpongeBob is a completely different mix. Frito Feet is a completely different mix. You know.
Oh, Frito Feet.
Who fucking knows?
It sounds awesome. Though. It's just like, oh, that's not what we did. It sounds a lot worse now.
well, all the stuff at least flows. Like everything kind of fits. Like it's one.
Yeah. If one song's gonna suck, they're all gonna suck. All right.
Yeah, they suck equally. They
all
suck
suck
equally.
together.
Yeah. Exactly.
I wrote it too good, and then they're like, yeah, it's too. It sounds awesome though, but I was like, oh, Bill, that's not what we went with, and they're like, that's garbage man, kids.
The producer looks at Bill and goes, "This is really real. I'm doing. Sure, I'll take your money if I could put the sucks button." Was that a titty?
No.
Yeah, I think it turned out pretty awesome. It's just I wrote it, brought it to Bill. He helped me tweak some of the lyrics, and it was kind of funny. He knows that on the original, I actually sang it like him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, the more gravelly, the better." And I was like, "Dude, I pulled out my throat trying to sing like you." He's like, "It's awesome, though. It's awesome." So I think that I kind of channeled him a little bit, and I think he was into it. Known him a while, kind of channeled this, his live show a little bit, and got what we got. And actually sang it better than I did as far as quality. I actually sang it like shit on purpose on my recording.
He's trying to make it sound like Bill. I got to ask you though, when you channeled your inner Bill, did you lose your wallet and almost get a divorce? That's kind of what's been happening with me.
Oh, that was just recently, huh?
Greta's like, if I see one more picture of you making out with a dude on stage.
Oh. And now Fender Stacks is touring with Lazy D. You're doomed. You're doomed.
It's really
well. Ironically, the next song number 11 on the album, is "Beat My Meat." All right, so we have Jim Major, aka Hellboy, and Craig Calderon, aka Jelvis from Green Jellÿ, talking about their song "Beat My Meat."
Woo.
So let's talk about where the idea for the song came from, and basically how you got onto the. Of course, you already played for Green Jellÿ, but how you got lucky enough to get it on the album.
Ooh, a little too hot for Hellboy.
Yeah, right.
Well, it made its appearance anyway.
Yeah, it did. Maybe I'll end with it too. But actually, the room that you're in, it kind of started in this room. I had a few riffs started, and Craig came over, and we worked together and finished up the song, pieced it together. TJ, who's not with us today, came in towards the end and established the foundation of the song. But it was pretty much born on that drum set behind us, and the guitars that you see in the background here was started in this room. So a long time ago, 2016.
Yeah.
2016 or 2017.
And it took a long time to get Bill out in increments, because he'd come out and he'd do a verse, or he'd do the chorus, and then we'd get him out for another verse. And then, at some point we had to scrap all the verses, and we had to redo the verses so it wasn't so copyright infringed, and then brought him into the studio. He was tired. He was pissed off at me for waking him up on 2 hours of sleep, and I dragged his ass out of bed because I was like, nah, you're not getting away with this. We got studio time set up. Let's do it, man. So we did it.
If there's time, there's video about that. But
yeah, there's tons of video of that. And it was basically "fuck you, Craig," So
those were that was the working lyrics.
Yeah. And then it turned into "Beat My Meat."
Yeah.
So,
and Dan, who helped create melodies and everything, he's not here either. He was kind of at the origins of the song as well. So just a long time with all of us working on it, and start off at 6 minutes, and we had all sorts of stuff worked out, and got trimmed down to just removed all the fat from it, and it's the 2 minutes and 36 seconds or whatever it is.
It's longer than that.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I got the
what's it say? Oh,
yeah. This is unopened, so I don't have the time on here, but song 12.
Yeah, two or 3 minutes.
Yeah, so it got cut a little bit, but I think Bill wanted to fine tune it to just in and out banger, and that's what it is.
It's nothing got like basically like redone from the original, like a re-recorded or anything,
Some of the instruments weren't re-recorded, but the vocals were. And actually, the verses were re-recorded. The chorus stayed the same. The chorus is original. It was the first thing that Bill basically sang, and then we just kind of went that way.
Yeah. Work in progress. I think over a couple of years, every time he did a Chicago tour, he'd pop in and do a little bit, and 6 months later he'd pop into Chicago, come in and do a little bit. So it was
Also, he did the Bill did the vocals like right there in the studio. Then he didn't have to do them like.
No, I got him. Yeah, I got him right into the studio where we recorded all the drums, guitars, and bass and stuff like that. Got him in there, put him in the vocal booth, and he went at it.
That's great. So I guess by the time they got the when they were putting the actual album together, they pretty much most of it was pretty much done at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, because then I went with another guy, Matt Motto, who mixed and mastered it, and then it was basically done. Sent it off to the guy that Bill was using, and then they took out. There's a middle section where we bring it down, and it gets down and dirty, and then Soul comes in, but all that's gone. So he trimmed it. Yeah, trimmed it down. So
shout out to Axe's Music and Matt Motto, both of them together worked hard on it, and we got a great end product. So we're happy about it.
Are we happy where they placed the song and everything on the album?
Oh yeah. I know Mike Schneider did his own take on what the album should be, which I thought was awesome.
The Snyder cut,
yeah, the Schneider cut.
Beat My Meat is first on the Snyder cut. So.
Yeah. I don't mind being in front of Three Little Pigs. What the heck? So
you got to battle through our song to get to the good one.
Yeah, as you see in the video too, it's like Steven who wrote "Hey Hey Hey." He's like he loves to transition it from his song right into "Beat My Meat."
Yeah, that's hey,
yeah. So we're looking at the album.
Yeah,
the back of the album. So
yeah, can't say enough about the artwork and just the packaging of this thing. Just blown away. I know Johnny P started. Not sure the ending result there, but the CD's got the alternate cover, the original cover, and
the alternate there.
Yeah, Johnny P did a great job on the album cover. Just such a great artist, man. He does some great stuff. So
yeah, on both versions too, did you notice straight in the background
all the albums and
the albums, like the whole, even has the Green Jellÿ Sucks Live documentary in there, and every album, it's all kind of hidden right in the back. I didn't notice that until I had it full screen on my TV screen. I'm like, wait a minute, I just noticed that. Like
I never knew that.
There's lots of hidden goodies in that album cover, and both of them. You really got to look at it, which is awesome, because back in the 80s, guys had album covers like that where they had all these little hidden secrets and all this little hidden art and stuff. And it's totally,
I mean, from even back in the 70s, Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti, you could move or Led Zeppelin 3, 1970, Led Zeppelin 3, you could rotate all the pictures, and so that's been going on for a while. But the point is that people don't do that much anymore. So the fact that Bill took time and made packaging like this for, it's a treat for your ears and your eyes.
Did you talk about the augmented reality with the album cover?
Yeah, it's right. It's in the video. We just saw it earlier too.
Oh,
the whole thing. Of course, what Bill did with the CD itself.
Is it with? Yeah.
Yeah.
Seen that way too many times on stage. We played the Beat Kitchen, and the band that day had screwed up a song, so he looked at me and he's like, his pants were down. He's like, "You're gonna suck my balls," and I go, "I am not sucking your balls." So I pointed my finger at all the guys on stage. Some of you get the goddamn song right.
Or was it if you mess up?
Yeah, if we messed up, then I get his balls on my head or something like that.
And we messed up, but we didn't have to.
No, I didn't have to.
Yeah.
So one of the funniest things is it's on Bill's birthday, the Green Jellyvision show.
Yes.
I did this year for Bill's birthday.
Yep, I was there.
It was. If you notice, like very interesting camera angles with the camera. But when they did the birthday cake, it's like, birthday cake off my balls. And basically the whole birthday cake went down Bill's pants into the guy's face. Not just a bit of it. He's like, birthday cake off my balls.
Yeah,
that is like, that's got to be a gif. It's like the whole cake.
Yeah, that was Rob, the Alaskan crab fisherman, man. Yeah, it's. Did that make it on camera?
I don't know. I actually don't know. But it was funny standing there, and Rob was just like, "The hell?"
I think it's still there on YouTube. Anyway.
Is it?
Okay. Yeah, the full thing. That's just like a lot. That was so funny when that happened.
Yeah, that's awesome. that night was rough, man. There was a lot of stuff going on, and I mean, literally just stepping on cake and sliding and just crap going on. I had some guy kept pushing me into the amps. It was just ass the nuts, and it was just it was pretty brutal. There was a lot of stuff going on.
It's a great album. We're happy to be a part of it, and
definitely.
Of course, Jelvis, you're on the cover there too.
Yes. Pee in my pants. So the story, I'm sure that's where he got that, or maybe Johnny P, or he told Johnny P. We were playing. Where were we playing? We were playing Livewire in Chicago, and I handed my guitar off to a guy, and I'm like, "Hold my guitar," because earlier I had a couple tacos down the street.
Every good story starts with tacos,
right? And that was it, man. I needed to find a bathroom, so I was literally out of, in the bathroom. I come out, and I'm standing there, and everybody's like, "What are you doing?" Had to go. So he's like, "Oh, you shit your pants." I'm like, "No, I didn't shit my pants." He's like, "Oh, you shit your pants." So for the next couple shows, it was like, "This guy shit his pants," and so that's probably where that came from.
Yeah, some
now it's there forever.
Yeah, now it's there forever.
I remember when you first found out, you're like, "I'm on the cover, but I'm peeing my pants." I'm like, "Well, what do you expect?"
Right? Hey, that's great.
Did you see the post with the guy from Guello, and then with PV Stacks in front of him?
Yes.
See his post? It looks like I'm banging PV Stacks.
I never noticed that.
It looks like I'm banging PV Stacks.
And PV Stacks is throwing up.
He's throwing up in it,
right?
He's ripping one on him,
right?
Too.
Oh, that's so funny. I never noticed that.
Your mind wasn't in the gutter.
Yeah, of course. When you look at it with the Artivive app, when everything separates, you can see that's not what's going on.
Right.
Because it shows the whole thing, everything spread out,
Isolate
that
angle. Those two characters.
Yeah, with the augmented reality, it's totally cool to just kind of go past everything and just you can look around and see what's going on
behind things and everything too.
Right. Yeah, there's stuff going on behind people. There's stuff going, it's really cool.
Yeah.
The time machine, that's cool. There's so much stuff on that album cover. It's not even funny. It's such a great job.
That's what albums used to be like. I remember playing records or CDs, and you spend the whole time you listen to the entire album looking at the artwork, reading through the lyrics and everything. So that's people have gotten away from that, but it's cool that Bill put that kind of package together.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things that was attracted me back to Green Jellÿ way back in the 90s. It's like I liked the artwork and the comics inside and everything like that. Because while you're listening to the album, you got an experience and you can just read through all of it.
Right. There's always something new. Yeah, always something new to discover.
Exactly. So it was fun, especially back in when I was only in the 8th grade. So I mean, should do more of that nowadays.
Right.
Bring it all back.
Exactly. And maybe it'll start with this one, huh?
Yeah. Apparently there'll be more albums, so not going to be the last Green Jellÿ one.
Cool.
Hope so.
I hear anyway, so hope so.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so thanks guys. This was great, and thanks for contributing to the project here. And hope you like the final version when it's actually uploaded and unleashed.
Yeah, can't wait to see what everybody said.
Yeah.
It seems like there was a lot of people, a lot of goofy stuff going on, and a lot of good talent.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be great. Hopefully,
For
all the fans
sure.
and everything have a good time watching it.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for doing this. That's, you know, it's always good to have that stuff and get people together and talk about something as cool as this.
It's awesome to hear my song flow into this one every time.
Yeah.
I beat my meat.
Yep.
Nice
That's
transition.
Craig.
Originally Beat My Meat was, since Craig's not here, I'm kind of filling in. I hope you don't mind. So Beat My Meat was originally supposed to be a parody of the Three Little Pigs told from the wolf's perspective, and it was supposed to be I sink my teeth, and Bill thought it sucked, and so he changed it to Beat My Meat.
Hey, well, beggars can't be choosers now, can they?
Then they re-recorded the song again and had a bunch of parody shit in it, including like Van Halen, I reach down between my legs and ease the seat back, and shit from other well-known, you know, Hotel California, and a whole bunch of parody shit that ultimately got the axe along with my parody song because they didn't want to use parody stuff. So they ended up having to, so that song was rewritten 3 times. Beat My Meat was written and rewritten and rewritten and re-recorded and re-recorded.
Weirdo.
Marty the Weirdo.
Marty
Now,
the Weirdo.
That is one of
done
those
with-
songs that I am definitely for sure was out way before this.
Correct. It was called Marty the Weirdo. It's Green Jello and Pudge.
Based out of? Do you know?
I think they're based out of Wisconsin.
Wait, it's all right. Like if you get caught on camera.
Wisconsin?
Yeah, because
Wisconsin.
I have that single.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, Marty the Weirdo.
Yeah, I thought it was a fun song. It's pretty random, but that's what makes it good, I think.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a fun song. Of course, we had the single for a while, but it's cool that they added that in on there.
Just blur.
So
blur
they
me
had to
out for
change
30
the name of
seconds.
all the
Blur me out
songs.
for 30 seconds.
They had to
Blur me
change
out for
the names of all the songs that had been re-released.
Blur me
So
out for 30 seconds.
Silence of the Sponge became Silence of the SquarePants. Marty the Weirdo just became Weirdo. Fr3to F33t, they changed the spelling, but they did not remix the song, I don't think. I think it's the same mix.
Yeah, no, we'll see that when I put in the Mike Snyder interview we did there. He had so many layers in there, like 20 some layers in there. So
yeah,
the guy
There's
opened the fucking Pro Tools file and was like, well, fuck this.
Next.
Yeah. Speaking of which, that's the next song, Fr3to F33t. Thank you, Mike Snyder, aka Fr3to F33t, for joining in. We're going to talk about the song Fr3to F33t.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so basically, I was glad you joined this video too, because of course, me and just like pretty much everyone else, like you pretty much got the ball rolling on the Garbage Band Kids album, as far as I'm concerned. Because up until Fr3to F33t, of course, there wasn't anything really written for Green Jello since really 1996, right? Because I guess the third album there, Music to Insult Your Intelligence By, came out in 2009, but it was all songs from 2006 that never got released because of the Zoo Entertainment, that company, crashing, right? So then it was released that.
Yep.
So
Yep.
pretty much
absolutely.
2017, your song is got the ball rolling pretty much.
First Green Jello single in 20 plus years, 21, 22 years, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, like 21 years, yeah. And yeah, it's a great song.
Oh, first video too in that amount of time, because I don't think they did any videos for that album, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's like the only one. Yeah, I can't think of one video from that album. But yeah, and the video is great too. So it's a fun video too.
Yeah, we had a good time making it. We did it in my living room. We just put a green screen up, and we had some puppets, and I edited the video on the cheapest nonlinear editor that I could find, open source on the internet, and I wanted it to have a very vintage look. We shot it on an iPhone 5, I want to say, something like that. I mean, you know, it was not the greatest camera, and well, that's the video it is, right?
Yeah, it works.
It was definitely a low budget aim. We wanted it to be low budget for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely, and it works perfectly too. I hope they actually, I guess they're putting together music videos for all the songs on the album now, and I hope they should just use that video. Just use the same video.
I've handed it over to them, so you know, I mean, Cleopatra Records. Here, let's give them a plug. Cleopatra Records. They own Fr3to F33t now, so I mean, they you know, it's up to them to market it. So I hope you know, I hope it comes back out too. I'd like to see it come back out. And even if they wanted to make improvements or redo it, whatever, you know, hey, the template's there.
Oh yeah, definitely. And so where did the original idea for the song come from? It came up with the
okay, so when Bill first, you know, said he wanted to do some new music, the idea I think came from Facebook and looking at all the people on Facebook posting different things on Bill's page, you know. So when I talk about Chaos being his kid, and well, he was posting about his kid all the time, or let me think here. Oh God, well, the Fr3to F33t themselves. The Fr3to F33t came from a picture of that Bill had posted from one of the airports or something like that. And he was looking at the feet under the stall, and the person looked like they had Frito chips coming off their toes. So boom, you know. And really, I mean, as far as content in the song, it's really just a bunch of product placement and a bunch of characters. And I guess I wanted to cram 20 years of, you know, of no releases into one release, you know. And from the get-go, it was for the fans. The whole aim was for the fans. So I did my best to write something the fans would love, and myself as a Green Jellÿ fan, that I would want, you know, that I would want to hear moving forward. And yeah, I mean, I feel like it's been a wonderful catalyst. I feel like, you know, some of the other songs, let me think, the SpongeBob song, you know, I mean, for instance, that did really well, and that came after. I'm trying to think of what else did Marty the Weirdo did really well after that. So it was nice to do that one, but then to hear other people, you know, take it to another level. I mean,
definitely. I love oh yeah, like as I told you before, Messenger too. Like I could find the song Fr3to F33t. I can't listen to it just once. Like, you know, it's not super long song, which a lot of Green Jellÿ songs aren't. But I mean, it's just like I have to listen to it. Like I have it on loop for at least 5-6 times. I'm like, I don't know, I just enjoy it.
Yeah, I believe it's what, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So, you know, it's perfect.
The new album,
it's
quick. 2 minutes, 30 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's quick. I mean, that was the idea. I didn't want to wear out my welcome, you know. And the other thing is this too, okay, is I did not want to make something that was going to try to be Three Little Pigs. I didn't want to try to go that route. It's, you know, it's so ingrained in people's memories, and you're just not going to compete with it. But I thought I could compete with something like Shit Man, you know. I wanted to have another character, you know, another iconic Green Jellÿ character that people could identify with. And I think that shows in the video too. It's very influenced by like Slave Boy, Shit Man, you know, some of those really iconic Green Jellÿ videos that have like, you know, really bright cartoony visuals. You know, I wanted to tap into that. You know, and Three Pigs, I mean, it's so much to do like a claymation video like that, but I can do puppets, you know, I can make stuff with duct tape. That's what we do. Yeah. So, you know, I feel at its core, it's very Green Jellÿ, you know, or at least that's what I aimed for.
Oh, definitely. Of course, the visual of those, the actual Fr3to F33t, you know, which of course you just auctioned off, and Chris Thomas picked those up.
Yeah, I had to get rid of them. Yeah. They were, you know, truthfully, to me, it's some duct tape feet, and it's cool. It's cool that I made something and people love it. But to a fan, that's something special, you know, and it's something that they really, you know, they treasure it. So let them have it. You know, that was my attitude about it.
Oh, definitely. It's just best to put it in a collector, and then they'll definitely be taken care of and stored, and then
yeah, it was just sitting in a
lasts for a long time.
Yeah, it was just sitting in a storage shed collecting dust. Let's let a fan have it. The fans bought the feet from me. They bought the puppet itself, the Bill puppet. Right when I released the video, I can't remember what it went for, but I mean the fans wanted that. The luchador mask from the video, my Christmas video, they wanted the Bad Santa outfit that Bill was wearing. I mean, so this stuff, you know, the fans have it. I'm okay with that. Which you know, speaking of which, because I'm really cheap, so I'm just gonna do this real quick. If you haven't heard this, go ahead and go listen to this right now, or at least you know, around Christmas.
Yeah, definitely a Christmas classic. No, like my family, I was like, they're so sick of hearing about green Jellô at this point. It's like, oh, the green Jellô again.
I would imagine my family's the same.
But I'm like, I like annoying them with the green Jellô Christmas. It's like, oh, I crank it right up at Christmas. No, it's playing. I'm trying to praise you with it because I love it, but like, you're listening to it.
That's about a bad Santa right there. I don't know if I'd play that for kids. Hey, look,
Yeah.
let me ask you a quick question.
Yep.
Does this look anything like me? What do you think of that?
Yeah, it's different. Well, what did you think about them changing like the spelling of Fr3to Feet?
I was fine with that. I thought it was great. The only reason I named it with the threes was one, the 333, but also I didn't want to get sued. I didn't want to get sued by Frito-Lay. So, I mean, you know, they found another way to do it, and if that's better for them to market the song that way, I'm perfectly fine with it. I mean, it breathes new life into the song, you know.
Yeah, definitely, and they didn't change too much with the Fr3to Feet either, too. Like,
It's the
yeah,
it's
exactly.
the only song on the album that didn't get remixed, and let me say this much about it: 90-something tracks, and I'm not even joking about that. 90-something tracks. It is. I set out to make a shit show masterpiece, and I think I accomplished that. The drums are in multiple tracks. There's multiple guitar tracks. There's multiple synth tracks. And it is all over the place. I mean, this was not a conventional recording. It is a studio song.
Yes.
So, you know, I don't know what happened, but nonetheless, I would imagine you pop open 90 tracks, you know, it's got to be somewhat intimidating, you know.
Yeah.
But hey, for 30 seconds, I feel like it makes it one of the most interesting songs on the record, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like some of them were heavily changed too. Like I was just talking with Lazy D about Fuck It. And it's like they completely redid that song, right? And it's
yeah,
really updated version.
And some of the mixes are a bit different from, you know, like some of the earlier releases, like Marty the Weirdo, which is what is it? We just Weirdo now on this release.
Yeah.
That one, you know, quite different.
Getting SpongeBob is now SpongeBob Sounds of the SquarePants.
Yeah, and I think they've changed the mix a bit on that one too. So
yeah.
I mean,
but I loved what they did though too. They added Rob Gabriel doing the cartoon voices and the, you know, the lower tempo in the middle of the song. I'm like, oh, I like that addition. It makes it even more fun. It was already great, but that just like improved it like even more.
Oh yeah, I like that version too. I think the little voices in the middle add a lot to it. But little side note, Fr3to Feet was mixed by Matty Trump, who did some Kelly Clarkson stuff, oddly enough. And he, you know, I sent him the tracks and I asked him what he thought, you know, and he was like, oh, this is pretty crazy, man, you know. And but he's like, I'll take the challenge, I'll take it on. And it took him like 3 weeks to get it back to me. And I remember at one point he said, "Hey man, I'm going to need a little extra cash." And I'm thinking, oh God, this guy's going to want like a couple hundred bucks more, or, whatever out of me. And he said, just 50 more bucks. I just need 50 more bucks to get through that. All right, buddy, I'll pay you for your time, And I thought he did a really good job. I really do. I'm not sure what all his, sorry about that. I'm not sure what all his credentials were outside of Kelly Clarkson, but I needed somebody to mix it. I needed somebody to produce it. And I took a chance on this guy and it worked out. So I think he did a great job on it.
Yeah, of course. The one guest appearance I like, you got Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Now, me being an 80s kid, and I grew up, I've been a wrestling fan since '84. Right from right up till today, right? It's one of my things, of course. We did like Hacksaw Jim Duggan in the '80s too, and so that was kind of cool that you got him on the song too.
I mean, that goes back to, all right, first off, classic Green Jellÿ. Okay, if you go to the templates, the old songs, Hulk Hogan does Leader of the Gang.
Yeah.
So my thinking was, well, let's just get another iconic 80s wrestler to just do a little bit for us, and I didn't want to do anything that was going to be too crazy or hurt the name Hacksaw Jim Duggan in any kind of way, so just a little simple warn us about the Fr3to feat, and he gave me a quick video. He got paid for the gig, but he gave me a quick video, and I mean I was able to use the audio from that. I chose not to put him in the video. You know what I mean? I just felt like one, that would be kind of hard to get him to act out the part for me and all that, but I mean, to have his voice on it, brilliant. I loved it. He couldn't have given me a better performance.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I got the iconic,
Yeah, you got to get that.
But I do have the video. Of him. He's got like an American flag behind him and everything, and he's got his 2x4 and he's doing it up. So I should dig that out sometime.
Yeah, he does some like cameos now too on there too.
And I'm not the first song. If you go to Wikipedia and look him up, I'm not the first song to use Hacksaw Jim Duggan on it. So
well, I'm sure
it's been used. Yeah, he's been hoeing out the hose.
Yeah, no, he's definitely one of the more memorable characters too, with the catchphrase and everything from that era too. He was one of the characters in the old Rockin' and Wrestling too, the old '80s like.
Oh man, yeah,
the animated series. Yeah, they had an animated series too, and he was one of the characters in that too. It was only like a handful of them that were good guys and bad guys, but yeah, I remember that. And of course, I was like, one of my favorite parts of the Fr3to feed was Bill's intro. I would just, as the riff starts, and he says, "If you're not, drunk or on some type of medical marijuana."
All right, so we recorded Bill's part. All right, so I recorded the whole song on my own, right? And I did that at this little TV station, radio station, WYIN in Gary, Indiana, right? I was working nights there at the time. And so when I went to go record Bill, I met him in Kokomo, Indiana before a show. And we went to this like sleazy motel, right? I mean, the kind of place that, had the 4-hour nap. And, it definitely was that kind of place. Anyway, we took 5 hours, I want to say, to record Bill's part in the hotel room there. But I didn't have anything for the intro. I had just the little, guitar part in the beginning. And so I went on YouTube and I started looking at the shows. And I came across some show from Florida, I want to say, from 2016, maybe 2015. Some Comic-Con show or something. I can't remember offhand. And Bill did this in the beginning of it. "If you are not drunk or high on medical marijuana," bingo. So I just pulled that clip, slapped it in the intro of the song, worked out brilliant.
Well, it definitely grabs your attention right away. It just reaches up and pulls you right in. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't think that intro would be as strong without it. You know, I mean, it's an iconic Bill Man speaker moment for sure. And it belongs on there. So I'm glad I found it. I'm glad he did it. And I'm glad it all worked out.
Yeah, great. Sometimes they should have. Hopefully, if I like to see it like at some Green Jellÿ shows, it's like they should play Fr3to F33t live too.
All right. So I mean, I'm not against it, but like I told you, it's kind of a studio track. It's a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got Volca keys in there. I've got theremin in there. I've got multiple synthesizers in there. I've got organ in there. I've got 3 rhythm guitar tracks in there. I've got 2 lead guitar parts in there. I've got 4 basses on that track. You know what I mean? It's like one of those tracks that I'm not against trying it, but you know, just the middle alone. If you go and listen to the drums on that, I promise you, if you focus on the drums of that song, you're not going to listen to that song the same, because the drums on that song are not, you know, they're not, I mean, and that was the idea, to have it, you know, so disjointed. I wanted to make a good, bad song. Green Jellÿ is supposed to be the worst band in the world, right? Well, you got to write a bad song, but not have it be so bad that people don't want to listen to it. So that's the idea there, you know? So the drums at times don't necessarily match up where the guitar is ending or where the bass is ending. You know, you might be a half beat after that, or, you know, maybe I skip a beat in the drums, you know, during one part, and it makes it disjointed just for a few seconds until it catches up at the chorus, you know? And that really was the idea with that. Go back and listen to the drums at Fr3to F33t. I swear they're terrible. It's just a drum machine and me, you know, basically hitting 2 buttons on a keyboard to make the drums work. I wish I had a copy of the original Fr3to F33t. I don't, but hold on one second. I did wear, hold on one second, let me see here. I did wear my shirt with the original Fr3to F33t cover on it. I know it's a big belly there, bear with me, but I hope you could see that all right.
Yeah.
But those copies are long, long gone. The collectors have well bought me out of that stuff. Cassettes and over 1,000 CDs, long gone. Here it is, kids. Go out and go get the garbage. Is that the Johnny P cover right there? That's
yeah.
This is my favorite cover right here. I love this cover.
Yeah, the Johnny P
versus
the
other. Yeah, let's show the other one.
Johnny P versus the main cover there.
Yeah, and oh, I'm sorry. Here, let me turn this around. There we go. Go ahead, hold that back up there. Hold that back up. There we go. Which one do you like, audience? Which one's your favorite? I like the Johnny P one because the Johnny P one's got that iconic green jelly logo there, nice green. And Johnny P happens to be one of my favorite members of this group. He did the Christmas song with me, so I'm very proud to display this. I like to turn this copy around in my CD, or this cover around rather in my CD.
Oh no, like
Did I do it?
He's partying.
Hey,
what's up, handsome guy? How are you?
I'm in the studio. They put a studio behind Buzzbin.
You know why? No. I want to talk to you about something, you son of a bitch.
There we go.
When did you piss in my Fr3to F33t?
When did I not piss in your Fr3to F33t?
Why are you pissing in my Fr3to F33t?
You had them on. They're on at the time.
Wait. I had the Fr3to F33t on and you pissed in them?
I'm pretty sure.
Or on them? You pissed on them or in them?
I think it was like all of the above. It was the big prom. You took me out to prom.
Okay.
Yeah, you bought me dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we had a magnificent night together.
We did. It was beautiful.
You didn't even call me back.
Well,
it was terrible.
I'm fucking married, man.
I gotta be that side hoe from Kentucky.
Yeah, right.
Lucky from Kentucky.
All right, wait. Hey, aren't you fucking married?
Hi, dude.
You fucking slut.
What
happens with Fr3to feet stays inside the Fr3to feet.
Clearly it stayed inside the Fr3to feet. That's my problem, Lazy D.
Somebody's gonna scrape.
No, just so we know, for that poor guy who bought the foam feet and he has it in his collection now, you honestly peed inside the feet or on the feet?
Are you kidding me? You know how many Lazy D excrements and specimens that guy has in his Green Jellÿ collection? I think he might be building a clone.
I remember, I'll tell a quick story here. I remember
That
when
guy's got the hugest collection of Green Jellÿ Lazy D shit ever.
Like, he's literally got Green Jellÿ shit in the collection, is what you're saying? Like feces.
He's got all of us. Like, all of it. I'm telling you, man, if you wring out one of them masks, you could totally clone any of us. It's sweat and puke and poop and puke, and that's why I stopped wearing those fan masks, man.
Yeah.
That's why that's why you made one for your feet, because you're not
Yes.
putting it on your head.
No, I was smart about it. I was smart about it. I didn't want any flu germs from the fans, lice, maggots, STDs. I didn't want any of that. I didn't need it.
You got it. All right, you get it from me.
Fucking stay away from me, you dirty
Right.
bastard.
All right,
Definitely.
baby. I'll see you, man.
Bye-bye.
All right.
You guys take it easy.
You too. All right, thanks, Mike, for just doing this, and it was great having you. And definitely an important part of this whole project and to the album. So it was great. Thank you for your time, and it was a pleasure talking to you.
Hey, Ryan, thanks for having me in. And I just want to remind everybody, go get Garbage Man, kids. It's in stores, or hey, go on Apple Music, Spotify, whatever. Go stream it.
Yeah, available
But
everywhere
thank
now.
you very much, Ryan, for doing this project and having us all in. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me in.
My pleasure.
Have a good one, buddy.
You too.
I thank Mike Snyder for starting all of this nonsense. I mean, would have never happened without Mike. It's an iconic song, even if you don't like it. So there you go.
Yeah, straight up, like I was
Literally
saying,
referenced it in my song.
that was the song that kind of started the Garage Band Kids, because like I was saying, he had the Garbage Band Kid idea for a while, and he was like, $333, I'll record vocals on your piece of shit. And people had him record vocals on their pieces of shit, and a lot of them are still on Spotify right now, and those were all songs are meant to be this. But once it actually started to coming together, it's like some of it just didn't fucking cut it, I guess. So,
well, on top of that, how are you gonna have Trumpty Dumpty in a fucking album that comes out in 2021?
Yeah. All right, guys, we got, of course, the next song number 14, Ballad of Green Jelly. Green Jellÿ.
I wrote that.
Ballad of Rhino Penis.
The Ballad of Green Jellÿ. I'm probably not even supposed to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Wax ass catastrophe.
The Ballad of Green Jellÿ started off as two separate songs for my solo album, and they were both about touring with Jellö. And it was kind of one song that ran into another song, but it was originally a parody of Turn the Page by Bob Seger and In the Ghetto by Elvis Presley. And so when you listen to the Ballad of Green Jellÿ and it sounds like two completely different songs, that's why.
Cover that.
So we got the kind of slow bluesy roxy part at the beginning, and then it kind of rolls into a punk rock fucking banger at the end when Green Jellÿ takes the stage and then Bill starts screaming. So there you go. So Turn the Page and in the Ghetto, or In Green Jellÿ as it was. But we completely rewrote the song. I really just chopped up and took parts of the lyrics. I changed a lot of the lyrics. It was just the same subject matter mostly, And then I brought in Captain Ray and Loud Larry Reagans, and Ray Earls from the Hollywood band. And so we, along with PJ, who was the engineer, we completely wrote all the music from scratch. And we spent it over a weekend. Ray also wrote an amazing song called Jack and Jill, but Bill didn't like the sound of the guitar in it, so it got eliminated. And so unfortunately, I helped Ray on his song, Ray helped me on my song, and then only one of our songs made it, and it was the Ballad of Green Jellå. But then it was accepted with changes. Then we had to bring Bill in, and then Bill croaked over my original lyrics, and that's why it sounds like shit.
Wait, somebody call Ray so we need that track.
Is that the one I said? Yeah. I was gonna make a point. I was gonna make a quick point. Ray Earl's track did not get picked, and he did not turn into a pussy about it.
He did not. He was a champion. Of course, Ray is badass.
Because he's a champion. Yes.
But he still made the album. So,
yes.
like,
that's because we're from Hollywood and we get rejected all the time.
That's right.
So
but
we're used to it.
That is the deal, though, is that if the guys that didn't make the record have a complaint, my advice to them is you should have turned in more than one song like some of the rest of us did.
Oh yeah.
So if your first song didn't make it, you didn't have, it wasn't a complete miss. We had a couple of shots to be on the album by submitting multiple songs.
Yeah. I didn't submit as many as you wanted.
I didn't submit any songs, and I'm on the album.
Right. Like, we spent, I don't know, between us, we probably spent a couple $1,000s just fucking around in the studio and recording and re-recording and tweaking and re-recording. And then I had to pay to bring Bill in. Like, it was shenanigans. There was a lot of layers to get it to be there. But in the end, we got a song on the album, so fuck it, it's great.
Fuck it.
Hey, real quick, mine was written. I did mine on GarageBand for free. Fuck y'all.
Oh yeah, you fancy with your Apple computer?
That's using the noodle.
So
Psycho's one up to you. He didn't do it for free. He paid to get it on the album.
All right, next up we have, of course, a brand new song, Three Little Pigs.
That song fucking sucks.
You gotta put that song on every album.
It never gets old though. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, of course it was all completely re-recorded and everything.
I got
Bill
something
and
that
on and added the Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah. I got something Psycho could probably correct me if I'm wrong because he was there with Cleopatra the whole time.
Yeah.
Cali. But I was under the assumption when Cleopatra Records first approached Bill about this project, they were solely looking for a re-recording of Three Little Pigs because they do a lot of that shit. Like, they fucking, for instance, Power Man 5000, that big hit, When Worlds Collide or whatever. Like, they just re-recorded that and put that on the shit. So they do a lot of re-recordings of songs that are out. And I don't really know if that's like to market them in different ways or whatever.
I think they take over ownership at that point, get the money from sales.
If you
right?
re-record it,
hold on. So
here's
how that comes in, and I'll tell you because I was there. So the truth is that the old version. Shut up, Pablo. Fuck. The old
only
version,
one goofy guy talking at a time.
Yeah, the old version was originally owned by BMG, who went defunct, and then Sony, I think, ended up with the rights, but they've done nothing with the song. So that's why you haven't seen commercials with the Three Little Pigs song on it or anything else, which I'm surprised. So because no one has ever pursued anything with Three Little Pigs, they didn't buy the rights to the old recording. So they had to make a new recording, and then they own the rights to that recording. Exactly. This came back up when we were talking about Fuck It and Lazy D being able to re-record it or play it live and things like that. They don't own the actual song. they own the rights to that recording of that song.
Yes.
So now they could
I get
take
it.
the new version of Three Little Pigs and sell it to a, commercial or put it in a movie soundtrack or
Pig
something
farmer, yeah, or some shit like that. Exactly. But that was what they originally wanted. They wanted Three Little Pigs, and Bill was like, "Well, fuck, I got this idea for this song." And that's when he took all those old songs that we've been talking about, all those garbage band songs that were written long ago, and submitted them. And that's when the guy in the fucking studio lost his fucking mind.
Wait, let me say this, okay? So we turned in 14 songs, and they rejected 9 of them.
From the original old shit. We're talking like all that shit that I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was the
ones
first incarnation. Yeah.
Yeah, so those ones were the ones that originally got rejected. So the ones that are saying that Bill just took their song and said they were going to be on the album and fucking just blew them off and told them to go fuck themselves. Your song was submitted to the record company who promptly rejected it.
Yes. And that was told from the beginning. There was never a point where it was said that that is going to be on the album. It had to go through the proper people to pick it. Yeah, so then it went through a whole mess there. But yeah.
Yeah, and had Bill done a little self-published, thrown together compilation bullshit mixtape, it probably would have been on an album, but it wouldn't have been on this album. It wouldn't have been on a major label album. And that's
it wouldn't have got
a
pushed
studio
like
involved.
all this.
They're going to have the last call. They're not just going to throw whoever on it because Bill said he'd record a song with you. Like they're going to pick the best of the best.
Were some
or
of these
the worst of the worst?
Were some of these like from as far back like 2017 or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like 2015. Some of them are still on Spotify right now.
Right. So I thought there was I mean, some of those even they just weren't recorded very good either.
No, they were not. So what they were is people would record the songs on their home computer or whatever they had, a little Tascam recorder, and then they would send them to Bill, who would submit them. And actually, some of the songs that weren't recorded very well were accepted for the quality of the song, but then re-recorded and were produced to be good enough for the album. So that wasn't
probably just
stepped up, remixed, stuff like that. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and mention them. So you had Alien Abduction from Dogger, Clinton Dogger Mullins. That one was rejected. We had Chaos, Destroyer of the Universe, which I really liked the song, but the fucking drums sounded like shit.
That's
and
the
Monkey
Texas
Soup
band.
half-assed that song. Monkey Soup's song, if they would have went back and re-recorded the tracks they did to, then that song would have been good enough. The band made
but that's one of those songs that I was talking about. Like that single had already been out for years.
No, I know. I agree with you.
That single, you know what I'm saying?
I agree with you, and it would have had, but again, rejected.
Right.
So, what can you say other than it got rejected?
Right. Yeah, like you said, the song that I submitted, the Skull Island with me and Krusty, rejected. Totally.
Well, that one never got really finished recording. Honestly.
Did it get submitted?
No, it got submitted.
It did? Tell me the truth. It did, okay. Bill was like, I want that fucking song, man. Fuck this Skull Island shit. I'm taking that.
It got the skull because, to be honest with you, we were grasping at fucking straws to come up with 14 songs because we didn't actually have that. That's why we submitted one of my parodies that was intended for my solo album, and then they promptly rejected the shit out of that one too.
Yeah, because Bill did 2 or 3 rejection posts where he did the originals, cried for help, rejected those, cried for help.
Yeah, but all of that is true. I was there. I was at Cleopatra with Bill. Look up the pictures. It happened. I went. I'm the one that compiled everything. I'm the one that turned in the flash drive to Cleopatra with all the old songs on it. And then like I said, I had to contribute one of my songs to be submitted just because we didn't have enough of the other songs that were created, like Trumpty Dumpty and fucking Chaos Destroyer of the Universe and Alien Abduction and all that shit. All that was submitted, but it was immediately rejected. Bill live streamed the songs that were accepted.
But am I right in saying that the original Cleopatra record deal was about Three Little Pigs, and then he squeezed in this idea of these other songs with all this?
Well, they can't just buy the rights to that one song and put out a CD single. So they had to have more songs to put together with that. But I think that that was a pretty good motivation for them to sign with Bill and have the rights to a recording of Three Little Pigs. So I'm going to say you're right and wrong. That's
well,
not
they were under the impression that he had an album's worth of shit ready to go, though.
Well,
at the time,
we had him.
at the time he did. At the time
we
we
did have an album's worth of shit, but it was
but
an
then
album
it was worth of shit.
It was shit. The album wasn't worth a shit.
Exactly.
But we had an album full of shit, and they rejected most of that shit. So what are you going to say to that?
Fuck
lazy. Nothing you can say. Nothing you can say other than it didn't make the cut. I had songs that didn't make the cut. Ray had songs that didn't make the cut.
And that's
Lazy D got songs that didn't make the cut, but we still made the album.
And that's exactly what I'm clarifying, because then you have these other songs that kind of came out of left field from nowhere, and that was when Bill was actually working with the producer on the spot right there, and they fired those couple tracks off the top of the dome.
Well, they had to fill out the rest of the album, but really we exceeded our contract because we only had to have 14 songs. And on the final version of the CD, we got 17. So those extra songs that Bill recorded were not needed because we already had the 14 solid songs. So Holyman Back and can't remember which other ones that Punk Rock Pope. And then there was one other, I think. MÆgnus Ærena, I think. No. Is that it?
Yeah, MÆgnus Arena's on there. That's song number 16.
So those 3 songs were created, but they weren't needed to complete the album. But we had more room on the CD, so there you go.
And so we had other guest stars coming on too. Of course, we have the Trailer Park Boys on Three Little Pigs. And then, of course, we have, right after that song plays, they have the cameo from Wink Martindale, which is a personal hero of Bill's.
Does anybody know who Wink Martindale is other than...
My mom does.
You got to look at the age. There's an age line.
So back in the day, Bill got arrested for spray painting Wink Martindale
is God
in a park, and then the cops beat him into a coma.
Was this in Buffalo?
It was in Buffalo.
Or Kenmore or whatever.
Yeah.
So Wink Martindale is God being spray painted got Bill beaten into a coma. And so that was one of the things that him and Wink connected on.
So Wink felt sorry for him.
Don't you?
I mean, it's not like Bill asking to pay for his hospital bills.
No.
He's like, I'm a fan. I got a broken leg. Will you tell me I suck on a microphone, please?
Yeah, exactly. Record a fucking voicemail to make up for my coma.
Yeah, and he's probably doing all this from the fucking radio at the gate, like he's talking and hitting the button, like, "Hey, can I come in? Get off my property!
We could have got a lot of shit.
Please."
Just use Cameo. We could have gotten even more people.
Straight up, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, this interview has officially gone off the rails at this point, sir.
Hey, you're gonna edit. Just edit.
Yeah.
Fix it in post.
Fix it in post.
You remember I told you
90%
not to
of it.
live
We're almost
stream
through the
this?
songs anyways. We got that. We have Wink and Martindale. Of course, 16 was MÆgnus Ærena.
Who's right?
And then followed by the...
That's right.
All right.
I don't know anything about MÆgnus Ærena.
We're on what now?
Well,
MÆgnus
the last
Ærena.
song was MÆgnus Ærena.
MÆgnus Ærena, I think, was basically just Bill and Aaron, Aaron and Bill. And that one is intended to be a Tool-esque song. So I don't know if any of y'all got that out of it, but
Yeah, with that
with the
double A
spelling.
shit.
Yeah.
I saw the A.
with the A's, yeah. And of course, right after that, you get the message from Holyman Back.
Correct. Which is part 3 of the Harry Man Back saga. First of which was on Inema, and the second was on Salival. And we got the original guy that left those answering machines to Gary Helsinger, who was kind of dickhead extraordinaire that lived with Maynard at the time. And so anyway, those were messages to Gary, aka Hatsi Minshot of Green Jello. Those were not to Maynard, as a lot of people think.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so anyway, those were messages left on an answer machine message after Gary got Francesco kicked out of the house. And lied.
Francesco used to live in the loft?
I think this was after the loft, and it was with Maynard and Gary. So, I don't know. Talk to Francesco about it. He could tell you.
Harry Man Back. The Ryan Raventhal Show for Garbage Band Kids.
The message from Holyman Back is actually to the guys at Tool. It's not to Gary like the original ones were. That's a message to Tool from Francisco and saying thank you for, interacting with them and, being cool about it after the fact and everything like that. So all is forgiven. He's practicing white magic now. Everything's great.
Tremendous pleasures.
Yeah.
Sick.
So there you go.
Okay. Well, we covered all the songs. We pretty much covered everything.
Let's start over. I got here late.
That was a practice run.
In the stores now.
Now I know what we're doing. Go.
Forgot to hit record.
All right, puke box.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
CD cover.
That's actually my penis right there on the CD. If you see that, that's cool.
Ah, damn it.
You like it?
The group picture, of course.
Yeah, that's Brian from the Philly. I think he's in Baltimore proper, but he's always
Brian Rainsfelder.
Yeah, he's always over in all East Coast tours in Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania shows and shit.
Yeah, big claws.
He does a lot of the awesome memes and photoshopping and shit. Yeah, he put all that together.
Yeah.
He had the idea for that, and then all of a sudden it was like, well, you got to put all these people in. And I think he was just like,
no, actually, that was the thing on the CD that I spent the most time on. I took the original picture and I edited everybody in.
Was I last?
I thought that was like a poster when we did a show with like Cottonmouth Kings or something like that.
So originally he did that as kind of a low res art piece and just did it for giggles. And so Bill liked it. So I took the original and edited and edited and edited and edited and edited and edited and edited. And then that became the final piece. So pick up the CD again, Ryan, if you would. So if you look at an angle, toward the ends of the CDs,
take it out of the case. It's glaring.
No, it's fine.
Pop the break it open.
Next to Green
There's
Jello.
drugs inside.
Next to Green Jello Vision, what does it say? Can you read that for us, Ryan?
Virgin Mary.
Green Jello Vision. This way.
Can you see it?
Come on, just getting a little bit more light here.
It's so
Now
small.
we can see it.
Got to get out the binoculars.
Oh yeah, like you mean on down the sides? Yeah, greenjellovision.com, and the other side's greenjellysucks.com.
It says right there, you are the
No,
biggest
but you got to look on the
asshole
back
with smallest
side
dick alive.
of the sides.
Just tell him what it says, Psycho.
Yeah. Right.
Steven,
What are you going to do
read
with
that?
this CD? What are you going to do with this CD? And
And
I can't believe you gave
I
us
can't believe
money
you gave us
again.
money.
Yeah. You fold it over, and then you.
So if you have the CD for Music to Insult Your Intelligence by,
Yeah, I can't believe again you gave us money.
Right. So that is the Easter egg of. It's like, again, you gave us money. And then on mine, it says, I can't believe you gave us money again. And so, and then now, what are you going to do with this CD? Because fucking, what beer coaster? Like, what the fuck? Like, it's just like ridiculous, you know? It's like, now you have this fucking thing to deal with. Where are you going to fucking put that?
I
Congratulations.
should have never give y'all ninjas money.
Good.
So-
Yeah, good at it. Good at it. I like it.
Again, we just spent way too much time on the artwork, and then me and Bill are just sitting there just laughing deliriously at 2 a.m. and on my couch, and Bill's high and I'm drunk, and we're just continually adding shit. Added the weed background under it. We added the drum head in the middle, added some punk rock puppets and shit down at the bottom. I mean, it's we just spent way too long on it. So yeah, that was after Rob was like, fuck this, I'm out.
Not to mention the fact that a lot of those fucking profile pics probably came from like really shitty like Facebook downloads and shit too.
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
You're
Tons of
just
them.
like fucking polishing a turd over here.
Yeah, It was bad. It was bad, and it was very time consuming. And I took a lot of the images that I had collected from people when I was doing the trading cards. So at least I had a pretty good catalog of Jellö member pictures. But yeah, that's a lot of man
Yeah,
hours.
but nowadays a lot of people don't know what the fuck a resolution is.
Yeah.
Like, they're
So-
downloading the picture. They're like, why wouldn't I make it big? Why does it look like a big fuzzy titty? And I'm like,
There you go.
Is that an MPEG? Is that MPEG?
Yeah, and that includes Bill. He's like, just make it bigger.
Yeah.
Turn it
Like,
louder.
you cannot. There's the quality's not there, bro.
Or
It's
monitor.
really weird to explain that. It's kind of like trying to explain like when you converted an MP3. Somebody gave you an MP3 and then they wanted to make it sound better. And like,
Right. Yeah. No. It's
gone.
It's done. Or a JPEG file. It's done.
Yeah, there's nothing. And then you save a save. It's fucking like multiplicity. It's like a copy of a copy.
Of a copy
Yeah.
of a copy of a copy. Why does it look like shit now? What the hell?
Because fucking Keanu Reeves done fucked all that shit up in the Matrix, man.
It should have been nice. I
Can't
sent
you
it
just
to my
sharpen it?
Facebook Messenger. I sent it on Messenger. It should have been a nice picture.
Yeah. Oh God.
Should have held its resolution.
Dude, I've had so many people argue with me like, "Oh, Facebook Messenger does not compress shit." I'm like, "You fucking lost."
Yes,
your
it
mind.
does.
Yes, it
Holy
does.
shit, it
Just
does.
send me an email. What the fuck?
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah.
All right,
Good
Brian.
picture.
You want to wrap it up, bud?
Yeah, no, thanks
Yo, you want me to
everyone for
wrap it?
coming. I know we lost some people along the way, but and some new
They got
people
sick of
joined
our
in.
shit
but-
again.
But
Start
yeah,
over.
it turned out we pretty much
Yeah.
covered everything. Right,
Yeah,
from
start
the
over.
artwork.
Bill might chime in.
Yeah, here's Bill.
What's happening, Bill? But
Johnny
yeah.
P, do Bill's voice. Come on, bud.
we'll get him in here at some point.
Well, it all started.
It smells like duty and been gay.
Well, thanks everyone for participating here. It's we pretty much covered everything. We covered all the artwork and all the songs. So we're gonna have a
Wait,
lot.
did we talk about the app you need to view?
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
I fucking got it.
Yeah,
right.
no, we did that. We did talk
Fuck
about that at the
y'all.
beginning,
Fuck
and I'll have an
Talked
intro in
about-
there.
We talked
And
about the
it's-
time machine, and the code to the time machine is hidden in the album art.
Did
I
we
didn't talk
did
about
we
that, but
did we cover the song Champion?
Yeah.
That song sucks, man.
We all agreed it sucked. But Worm Suicide's good though.
yeah,
They fucking rip.
Yeah, check out Worm Suicide new album Backing Out, available now.
Oh yeah, and
Whoop,
one more
whoop.
thing. I am releasing a single tomorrow. Hopefully, world premiere the video on Green Jellÿ Vision. So tune in to Green Jellÿ Vision, which has
Hey, let
already
me-
come out by the time you put this out. Never mind. Fuck you. This is a message for the people that are actually here.
Let me on one
Don't
of
put
your
this
tracks.
in the
Let
final
me
video.
on.
Well,
Let me
But-
on.
But yeah, so the new song features Jellÿ, and it features Johnny P. So
So basically, they'll find that on the Green Jellyvision episode on. It'll be the.
Wait a minute. Isn't
June
tomorrow
12th episode.
Chaos's birthday show?
Maybe.
Yes.
Is that what you gave Chaos for his fucking birthday?
No.
It's
So anyway,
his present ever, Uncle
the
Psycho.
song is a free download from Bandcamp. So if you go to fenderstacks.bandcamp.com, you can download it for free. Rock on! I'll post it probably tomorrow. All right, that's
Sweet.
it, guys.
It's still a really shitty Chaos birthday present.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
All right, kids. I'm out. I'll see you later.
all right. Thanks everybody for coming, and you'll see when all this is posted there. I'll show
3
you
months
the
from now when he
links.
finishes the editing.
Wait,
Peace out, bro.
Is this
Thank
how
you for
sign
doing
out
this,
the
brother.
show? Is this how you sign out the show?
It's just going to be a finale. It's probably Bill's going to be involved in the finale. I'm going to get him in there at some point. So edit him in on the finale.
Well, thank you,
Yeah.
Ryan.
No, just
Thank
to
you.
finish.
Thanks,
Yeah, thanks
Ryan.
everyone for coming.
Love,
Thanks,
peace, and penis grease.
Yeah. If you have any extra AOL hours, donate them to Bill so he can log in on his dial-up.
Yeah, you can pay for them with Vince coins.
Yeah, exactly.
just edit them in post.
Yup coins. We need to have yup currency, like Dogecoin. Be yup.
Yeah, as soon
that
as you
can
buy
happen.
one, it's just completely worth less.
Once you buy one, you owe more money.
Right.
It's the new wood nickel.
You take it to the bar and they give you like a shot of Malort or something terrible like that.
All right, kids. Have a wonderful night. I'm out.
Late.
Right.
Hey, once he's gone, we're gone. This
Bye.
was a
Psycho.
waste of my time.
This is the fucking worst belly tray ever.
This is the worst interview ever.
This fucking green taste sucks.
Thank you.
Like anyone could even know that.
Thank you.
I
I
hate
tried.
all of you, and I quit.
Don't ask me to draw shit again.
Taking champion and going home.
At least this wasn't live. That would have been horrible.
You would have got canceled, Ryan. You would have got so canceled.
The whole band would have been
By a
canceled.
bunch of dicks.
The whole band would have been canceled.
Yeah.
Are we canceled? Are we canceled?
No.
Yeah, tell I'm sorry. Psycho's been drinking.
You're still here? I thought you left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck? Who let you back in here?
You're the worst at leaving. Fucking leave.
Leave so we can talk behind your back. Yes, damn it.
All right.
Just cut us off.
All right. See you, everybody.
Don't ever cut your friends off.
Later, guys.
See you
All
guys.
right, see you,
Hopefully I'll
This
see you
was the
soon.
worst time.
Bye, Kevin. Bye, Pablo.
I love you guys.
Johnny, I
I'm
love
leaving.
you.
Thanks,
I love
everyone.
you.
Green
I love
Jello
you, ladies.
sucks.
Yeah.
I miss you guys.
Suicide. Worm Suicide, new album out
Bye,
now.
Kevin. I love you.
All right.
How to close this
We're
shit.
gone now. See
Yeah.
y'all. All right. So I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. Yeah, the big thing is, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the Bill Manspeaker. Now, anyone who knows Green Jello knows Bill Manspeaker is the founder of Green Jello and the lead singer, basically the mastermind of everything Green Jello does. And so I talked to Bill Manspeaker. I've chatted with him about this, and as you see, we tried to get him in during the live big group chat. We was trying to get in, but he's a very busy guy. He's working on the new tour right now. They just got a bus, and they're going to go out and tour all through the fall. So look that up. Just look up them on Facebook or their websites, and yeah, you can get the updated tour dates there. They're touring all around the U.S. Up until December, starting in October up until December, and they're touring with Crazy Town, and there's another band in there, but yeah, Crazy Town and Green Jello, the Controlled Chaos tour, and every week 8 p.m. California time, that's 11 p.m. Eastern time. You can watch them every Saturday night for like a 3-hour show, 2.5, 3-hour show they do called Green Jellyvision Music TV. And you can watch that through Facebook, on their YouTube. You can look up Green Jello 333 is the username on YouTube. Yeah, so you can watch that every week on Facebook or YouTube. Twitch, everything like that. It streams everywhere. Or greenjellmusictv.com, and you can look it up there. And it's a great show every week. You can see a lot of bands and the band playing, and yeah, it's great. And you can also be at the show if you just go to the location at Sacred Farts in Hollywood, 5228 Hollywood Boulevard. Drop by. They give out free beer and free weed and everything. So definitely check that out. And so, yeah, so sad I wasn't able to get Bill involved in this. He's a very busy man, but definitely hope he enjoys this, and we'll get him on the show down the road here. So, yeah, it's all good. And I thank everyone very much for being involved, all the band members, and making a lot of friends with Green Jellå. And, you know, ever since I met a lot of the guys back in 2019, Bill and a bunch of the band members. And since then, I've been getting to know all kinds of the band members and becoming friends with them. So, which is great. I've been a big fan since the early 90s. Yeah, so again, thank you everyone for getting involved in this project. Sorry it took 3 months to put together, but, you know, I'm glad it did, because, you know, throughout the summer, more people I was able to get more people involved in it and everything, so it just became better and better as it went on. But I can't hold it on forever, trying to hope to get everybody, so I'll be here for the next year probably. So, but definitely want to get out this and promote the album, Garbage Band Kids. It's available everywhere, all across streaming services, and available on CD and vinyl, everywhere you can buy your records. If not, tell them to order it in. All right, so that's enough of me talking for this episode. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and thank you for watching and listening wherever you're listening to it across the interwebs. So anyways, this is Ryan Raventhal, and I will catch you in the next episode. Thanks again, guys.